Okay, something a little bit different this time around. I actually have a group together and we're gonna stream some D&D. So, hop over there. You guys are good to talk.
All right. I will say hello. I'm Matt, and I am running the game tonight.
God damn you, Eric. You had to get me right at the start of the show.
Not my fault.
Shall we say our characters or just wait till we meet actually for that?
Introduce yourself.
I'll tell you guys when to.
And then I think that we'll
yeah,
do
so
characters
give me a
later.
character moment.
And eventually I'll add them to the GIF.
It is I, Robert. I am back.
I'm always here. You nerds can recognize my name.
Also known as James.
Yeah, I'm a nerd too, don't worry about it.
And I am Eric. You have an opening thing there, Matt?
Yeah, I have a little bit here. Let's get a setting, but I'll say it is Star Wars themed and based, but it will not be taking place in the standard Star Wars universe, because I do not know the details well enough for that. And messing up once, here comes Vader. That'd be a bad day for everybody. So instead, we're taking place in a similar universe, far, far away, of course, where the time period is setting place where the Jedi Order is on the low. It is still there, it is still active, just very much less so. Mainly due to a few order decisions. They couldn't bend to their views on anything, and they were insistent and made the wrong people angry, and it didn't go well for them. In its place, and having a more influence, a group developed with the government to monitor those with force powers, as leaving them rampant could, well, we can see how that would go wrong. They are known as the Sentinels. They are the more oversight for them. They do not get along with the Order due to views on the Force and how it should be used. They're more neutral to things that would be considered dark side, like lightning and the such, and very hard and strict on things that would influence people's minds, which, guess who uses that, unfortunately? The current reigning government is still the Empire. To keep things simplistic, it's still run by a Senate and the like. Today, however, we'll be starting place on a transport ship cruising into a supposedly abandoned asteroid field. Drifting on in, we have the two characters, played by Robert and James, docking at the bay of the space station Themis. You guys will be aware that this is generally for those that have less than legal business ventures. You do not know its location. You had to be picked up on a shuttle going to it, with your own staying back on the nearest planet you were grabbed from, wherever that may be, to try to keep it more anonymous, as that is one of its greatest defenses. So docking in, you're on, you get waved through security after presenting the proper identifications, and I'll ask you to describe your character, as you are very close, in fact, next to each other.
All right, I guess we'll go first then. So not quite middle age, but you could probably tell that he's in his 30s. White dude, about 6 feet tall, not that heavy, about average body build, with slicked back black hair and a rather dashing black goatee to match with it. We'd still be in our space attire, so we wouldn't really have swapped out a casual, or swapped anything more casual or armor related to that, I guess, aside from the year we came in. But, aside from being a handsome lad there, not too anything outstanding about the apparel.
All right, and James?
Standing roughly around average or so height, around probably just under 6 feet, is a young man looking to prove himself to his clan and whatnot, with nice amber-colored eyes, medium-length black hair, a rifle in one hand and a sword on his back and ready to go.
They would have had you holster your rifle because it is a sign of hostility on a more bounty hunter criminal area.
Then
They won't take it, but they'll ask you to keep it holstered or something.
yeah, he'll sling it then.
All right, so you're standing in honestly, at this point, it's a simple gray hallway. There's like light panels along it to keep it going, and a little bit down the way, you see a small, rather mousy-looking woman with human woman with just a sign with your guys' names on it.
One thing to note, yeah, I do have a cape.
You have a cape.
Of course.
I see my name, I walk towards.
As do I. What names do we see on the board there?
Your names, as I do not have them yet.
My name would be Jordan.
Full names or just the first?
Just first here works. Your full names would be on it, but just Jordan this first name works here.
On it, you would just see Count then.
Oh, I forgot that's your actual.
Yeah.
So as you approach, you'll notice she probably huddles down just a little bit more. She's a very small person, maybe 5 foot, 5'2", and you both tower over her quite a bit. Although it probably is an odd sight to see someone so skittish on a space station like this. And we'll look at you and hi, are you? And kind of holds the sign. Mr. Joran and a Mr. Count.
Yes,
That'd
that
be
would
about
be
right.
I see. Well, follow me and I'll take you to our employer. And she'll turn around and pull it close and start to walk at a fairly quick pace.
Quite the piece you have
so-
there on the map.
It gets the job done. Don't prefer it though. And I walk after the lady.
Keeping pace.
All right. Well, walking through, you'll see a very large myriad of species. There doesn't seem to be very heavy. Anything out of the ordinary more than one or the other. Humans are probably the most populous because they live everywhere, and there's a larger number of them. But you see a little bit of everything here and there. Passing things like small cantina or a couple stores for supplies like survival supplies, ammo supplies, or even little pleasantry stores, which is really odd, but nice. Eventually you get to a large, heavy security door with what I believe is a transition. I might be saying that name wrong, but it's a very large, scaly, lizard-like man with a heavy blaster rifle. And he'll look down at you. He's taller than all of you, probably about 6.5, 7 foot range. Very bulky. Looks down at you, very grumpy looking. Before the woman catches his attention and shows him the right paperwork. And he hits the button, lets you guys through. You step into what seems to be a bit heavier security. Like, the gray hallways are similar, but things like the doors are very obviously heavier built. But at the same time, seems to be kept a bit nicer than the open fair area. Going down the hallways, a couple minutes, you'll come to one that's a good ways off to the side and probably towards the edge of the station at this point. Will be a much heavier than normal door with a palm scanner and a card scanner, which she will unlock for you. Stepping in is a big change. You got used to the simple gray and then light panels coming up till now, keeping most everything. But opening up to this, you have a very large and very fancifully and expensive suite. Something like a chandelier hanging down to provide light, some viewing windows so you can stare off into space if you wanted to. Pool off in the corner, a couple doors leading off to other areas. And in there is a low-set couch in the middle with a table. And sitting at the couch is a very, what you would guess tall from how he's sitting, but thinned, nearly androgynous Chiss male. Very lithe build, long black hair he keeps in a loose ponytail right now. You can tell he's just relaxing. He doesn't have much worries. This would be the man that sent the request. You'll know his name as... This is going to be a fun word. Brog
couldn't say it.
Elefil Eki. And sitting next to him, or well, not next to him, but nearby also on a couch probably, Arik, would you like to describe your character?
All right, sure. Sitting there, also a Chiss, so the same bluish skin and black hair. This one done in a, it's cut in a shorter fashion, but it's still like longerish. Average height, slight build, and a well-worn combat suit and a little bit active wrist pad. You can. I wonder, are they okay? Christ. Distracted me.
Don't mind them. One of them's having a sneezing fit.
Apparently.
It was the chinchilla.
Oh. But, yeah. Relatively active wrist pad. Yes. Come on!
Well, you caught one of them in the middle of snacking, so he's gonna stand up and stand up and... Welcome! I see you've all made it now.
Sorry, I have to collect these.
Ah, yes, nice to meet you.
Just female.
I believe we should introduce ourselves. I am Arik Elefil Eki. However, you can just simply call me Marak. I understand my name is quite the mouthful. And this here is the lovely Miss Johnny.
And then she
Now-
will stand up and wave.
Might I inquire for introductions?
Just
Oh,
gesture over at the other man next to me.
I am Count Donku. Count being the first name, not a title.
He raises an eyebrow at that, but doesn't say anything.
I haven't gone through the process to get it legally changed.
Ah, that would be why it's not on your form.
Jordan Star.
You'll walk forward and hold a hand out to both of you. Just give it a shake if you guys do.
Yeah.
Just lovely to meet you. Glad you've made it here at a timely fashion.
So I take it
Right
these
on.
two are here for this additional job you wanted to assign me?
Oh, yes. You mentioned last time you were a bit uncomfortable with going into possible hostilities alone, so I thought, why not hire some two rather accomplished bodyguards to accompany you?
Well, you did send me into an overflooded swamp area all alone. Is this your... You still have to make
I
that up to me.
apologize, but you also know time was of the essence. Just raises an eyebrow at that one. I see I still have to then. Alrighty. I will keep that in mind. However, you're all here today due to information acquired by Miss Johnny here on her last job for me. I collect things. I like history. I like artifacts. And I recently got the location of one that cost me a very good man. And I feel like it would be rather poor form of me to not at least use the information he acquired for me that got him in his situation. I'm looking, I have recently acquired the location of a very old holocron. It's supposed to contain a bit of history from a segment we're missing on the books. Now, I can't resist such an odd temptation, but my skills are not suited to collect such a thing. So, I have you three. Its current location is in a very out of the way safe box location on Coruscant. You three are to find a way in.
Okay.
Methods will be... I'll leave methods up to you three to discuss and perform. It'll probably be rather difficult due to the fact it is a safe box location, and it's... Well, somebody trusted it well enough to guard one of these, so obviously they have a good reputation.
It doesn't exactly sound like they want us getting into this. This isn't going to get the Imperials after us, is it?
If you do it subtly enough, I suppose not. And if something happens and it's not major enough, I believe I can smooth that over.
And I mean, even if it did, Imperials do kind of make for a good fight every once in a while.
Yes, well, I would prefer to keep people out of jail, as I like being able to hire people if they've succeeded. For more.
Fair enough.
And I feel like your friend there might suffer a little worse for wear than you two. And you'll look over at the cow.
Does it move?
And then back to it. Huh?
Does it move?
Does it move?
It sounded like you said cow.
Count. Sorry. Sorry, it might have cut off. And he would look over at the count.
Do you moo?
Only in the worst of situations.
Continue.
Now, if you guys manage to retrieve this for me, it will be a rather hefty pay because I understand this is a rather risky situation. You're not only possibly causing problems and trouble on Coruscant. I have been informed earlier that we have a dilemma.
Oh?
It was brought to my attention that the situation that I had misdrawn for previously, my slicer that I used to hunt down the rumors and little scraps to see what's actually true. When he found this, someone else found out he had the data and went for him. There was no one there, not much left. When she arrived, however, as of earlier this morning, there is put up information, and not much information, but a reward for this item that I have not put up myself, so that means other people are aware of it and possibly its value. Now, normally I would not ask you to rush, I would ask you to take your time and do this the right way. However, it seems that there are other players on the field also looking to acquire it.
Too many pieces on the
So I
board,
guess-
and we gotta move quickly. Got it.
Now, from what I've been able to tell, they don't have much information to go on. But the fact is they know the planet, and they know of the item. And I've seen people find more with less. Any questions at the moment?
So is it just a retrieval mission, or is this also a, for lack of a better term, babysitting mission as well, as he looks over at the young lady?
Oh, I don't think you'll have to babysit, quite an opposite.
She
However, I do
slowly
expect you to
turns her
help
head
her.
toward him.
Much like you two, she does have quite the reputation herself. I am quite sure you won't have to babysit. However, you are there for your skills are more suited to deal with the less subtle threats, I should say.
Fair point. No offense
And
taken,
with
young
this
lady.
many eyes on this, and as many eyes on it.
No,
I would
that's-
rather have people ready for that.
Again, no offense meant, young lady. Just wanted to get my facts straight, make sure I had everything under control.
She'll cross her arms and nod.
So how much in payment are we talking?
Well, that depends on the situation and how well you guys handle it. Very much offer for bonuses and a well payment. I do not like to underpay, as underpaid workers and allies don't tend to return or keep loyalty. You can ask Miss Johnny. I pay rather well, I do believe.
Well, is that true, young lady?
Well, so far I've completed a mission alone that I think may have been designed for a group. Decent enough.
I do not offer a solid number because that will depend on the difficulties you encounter and how well you manage to get back.
All right.
And of course, any bonuses of other interests that seem that might catch your eye in there.
So are we being flown to Coruscant, or are we gonna have to find our way there ourselves?
Ah, no, of course. I will provide a ship for you guys to fly to Coruscant in return. Miss Johnny, I do believe it'd be the same ship you had. It's suited for a few people.
You see her deflate just a little bit. Okay.
Out of character question.
Go ahead.
Coruscant still have a lot of the Jedi and Sith history that it had in the standard universe. Like a
So
lot of
Coruscant in
activities.
this sticks citywide planet-wide city, multiple levels, all that. For Jedi and Sith history in particular, there's nothing
Or heavy
particularly
forces.
that stands out. It's heavy with Force users because it's the head of the government, the central planet for the government itself, and the same government group that monitors Force users throughout, the Sentinels, also has its headquarters on Coruscant.
Another out of character question. Since it was brought up with Imperials, the Empire is a thing?
Yeah,
And-
that's what was part of it. The Empire is, for simplicity terms here, will be the main overruling government.
Okay.
Is there Papa Palpatine?
There is no Palpatine.
Would
But
we
there is
know
Papa.
who is at Would we know who is at the head of the Empire, I guess?
As the Chancellor position?
Yeah.
Yes, you would. I have a name. I didn't expect that question.
You didn't expect us to
Um,
ask who the Emperor was?
Honestly, no, because it wasn't too pertinent.
It might be.
Yes, you will know who it might be now. Oh. Joan Sansis. That's
Okay.
what we're going with.
Emperor
That's
Sansis.
who would be in. Yes.
Alright.
Alright.
If that has any meaning that you guys just associate that I don't know,
No.
don't go there because it's nonsensical to me.
No, you're fine.
Jones. Emperor Jones.
Back into character.
Names are hurt.
Okay.
So basic find and retrieval mission. Our own ship, or do we have a pilot? Because I could do that myself if necessary. But
If it's anything like
I'll
what
leave
I... Go on.
Sorry, I'll leave the piloting choices to you. I know Miss Johnny here, is quite the pilot. She flew the ship on the last previous mission, so she does have some familiarity with the ship itself.
It has an autopilot.
It does. I would not trust the autopilot getting out of here, though.
Well, not in a high-intensity situation, but through hyperspace and stuff like that.
But of course, there.
well, if you do need any help, Miss Juhani,
Johnny.
consider my service. Apologies. Words escape me.
That's fine. I'll make up for it.
Again, if you find you need my assistance piloting, do ask. Not too bad at it.
Noted.
Find and retrieval, get the thing, get paid. Sounds like a good day to me. I'm ready when you guys
And
are.
of course, good job. Doing a good job will open up to multiples in the future.
I'm down.
If you will wait just a short minute, items are being retrieved for you, so you have equipment. They're being loaded up as we speak.
Oh, might I request 3 of those friend or foe tag emitters that you had active at the other base? I didn't happen to pick any up on my way whenever I was there, but I could think of a few uses for them.
All right, hold on just a moment. And he'll pull out a small data slab from the table, send a message to it, and then he'll look up back off it and look back up to you. They'll be on the ship when you guys get to it. My task? Why? That's a rather curious request.
Well, if we're going somewhere that has defenses, it's likely that they have their own friend or foe parameters set. So if I can get into their systems, I can set it to where we're the friends and they're the foes.
I quite like that. That sounds like a good plan indeed.
If there's droids that shoot themselves, less work we have to do.
Exactly.
Very much done. Very well done. But I've kept you long enough. We are on an odd time schedule, so whenever you gentlemen and you, Miss Johnny, are ready, I will show you to the hangar. That's me asking if you guys are ready or more questions.
I think I've got everything taken care of.
I'm good.
I'll rely on Miss Johnny for all of our information here through you. Since she's
Splendid.
gonna
Let me
be
show you the
making-
way. And he'll lead you off through one of the doors, through a couple hallways. They're all much nicer than the ones you saw on the way in. He's actually taken the effort to decorate them, make them different colors, things like that. And he'll lead you to a hangar. Yeah, you see one of the smaller, more personal-sized ships, transport shuttles, effectively being loaded up with a couple of boxes of things. Nothing too drastic. And he was like, I believe it'll be that one down there. Feel free to take off. However, try not to wreck it. Try not to damage it too badly. Space equipment and transport is not too cheap, unfortunately. And with that, I will bid you adieu. Good luck, gentlemen. Good luck, Miss Johnny. And he will turn around and head back through the door.
Alright, so if we're going to be quite possibly breaking into some secure facility, we should better have a overview of what it is we all do. Hi, I'm Chani. I can do computer things pretty well. Technical aspects, anyway. Not too much for the shooty, stabby stab times, though.
Or
I can cover the shooty part.
And your name
Quite
is
good.
what again?
Joran Star.
Joran, fine, I'm assuming.
That's fine.
And myself, I will part my cape a bit to reveal my hips, showing a couple holstered lightsabers and a blaster pistol.
Now, where'd you get those?
Found them on a body.
Did you make the body? If I may inquire.
One of them.
And you said your name was Count?
Yes, my parents thought it would be funny. Now going through adulthood, I have to specify pretty much everywhere I go. It's my name, not a title.
And you don't have like a nickname, so we are to call you Count?
Yes.
All right.
It might seem soon, but an aspiration for the future is to acquire that title.
Fair point.
Just to be redundant.
Count.
It would be something, I suppose.
I will put
That'd
this
be
down for
very
everybody
lovely.
here. Has a bit of a reputation. Even if you don't know each other well, you've all probably vaguely heard of each other at least.
As vague as dirty level 4s can be known as.
Well, that's still at a rather renowned level
Yeah,
for
I know.
accomplishments, but not,
We almost
say, Boba Fett worldwide. I mean, galaxy-wide.
Hey, we almost have a proficiency of 3.
Almost. Depends on
Yeah,
how this
very
session
close.
goes.
Alright, well, if there's no further questionings, I guess I'll go get this thing spun up.
After you, then.
Try not to brush off my work table too much. I was working on a project last time I was in here. I might need to mess with it more on the way.
It's been about 2 weeks.
It's been 2
so
weeks?
You've had time to. Yeah.
Never mind then. I probably don't have things strewn about in places.
I don't know. You might have been still working on little things, but I was just informing you.
Okay.
So, loading up, getting the last gear on there. You can see, digging through, there's things like med packs, repair kits. There's probably a total of about 15 med packs in there to split up. Maybe 5 repair kits. Ammo. Some minor blasters and rifles, but probably nothing quite as good as what you guys have.
I would argue they're exactly as good as what I have.
I
They
don't
might
know.
be.
I weren't told we got any +1 or augmented things of any kind, so
Well, it's more referring to simple blasters versus martial blasters. In mechanic terms. They're simple.
Ah.
They're rather simple weapons.
Uh,
But loading up, wrapping together. Question?
To space!
Yeah, well, he just. I thought he had a question. He said, give me a second.
he said,
Yeah.
I meant to say, give me a second. Somebody walked in my room. Sorry.
Oh.
I was going to ask if there was a standardized blaster pistol in there.
Yeah, just like a blaster pistol. Yeah, there's one of those. Do you need the info for it, or do you have it?
I can get it. Thank you.
I say I have it on my sheet here, on my paper here, if you would like it.
Damn things do a D6 day does.
Yep, D6, 4160 range.
Nice.
Energy damage.
Yeet. D6 plus 5.
So, loading up, wrapping up, getting strapped in. You all take off. You've probably been through this field a couple of times in the past 2 weeks, whether flying in or out for something or just going out for a flight. You can get out pretty easily now. Getting out, setting the autopilot. It's not that far from Coruscant, you find, actually. It's only a few days.
Get comfy.
It's better than it's better than the time on your last travel. So you flicker back out of the hyperspace and into view. And you see Coruscant off. All of its satellites roaming and drifting around its stations that you can land at, and yeah, but that's not your concern at the moment. Your concern is farther down. Heading on in to land at a port in the middle of the more busy area. One of the more There's not a more busy area now that I'm saying this. It's Coruscant. The whole planet's the busy area.
An even more busy area.
You're landing down in one of the heavy port areas, I should say.
Space McDonald's.
Very well known one,
at
very
lunchtime.
refurbished one. It's not difficult. Everything seems to be well done, well said. You get in, you get off. You can divvy up the supplies that I gave you however you wish. For this, I won't worry about ammo too much because he's basically supplied you with what you will need for that. Getting off, you are in the middle of the port, walking out, going through security, and into the more open fare of it. Walking through, and on the way, Johnny, your the data slab, what is it, the wrist pad, the data on your wrist,
Yes.
wrist pad. It'll give you an alert that someone is attempting to hack in.
Can I counter hack?
Hold on a second. And as that happens, the rest of you notice as a group milling through, because this is a crowded inner fare. There's plenty of people moving in and out. There's always people traveling on Coruscant. You see, especially you, Count, start to see as people start to unsheath or pull out weapons. And I'll ask you to open up with initiative on this one pretty quick.
And ready to.
Do I have disadvantage because I'm distracted?
No, I won't apply disadvantage for this.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty good here.
Yeah, you're probably pretty good here.
I don't have time to fucking counter hack if I'm gonna get shot at.
Well, it's all happening at the same time.
I know.
Don't worry too much about being shot at.
You want them just as we roll them, or do you want to do a countdown?
Just go ahead and give them to me. There's only 3 of you. Arik.
22.
27.
Yep.
15.
Yup. 22 counts.
Count's 27. James is
You're
20.
Yep. And then
And
he's
then-
15.
Yep.
Johnny's 15. She's 15. I apologize.
I wasn't
You
expecting
roll
to play a
forward.
female character. It just became that as I was making them.
Well, you beat everybody else. Okay. Rolled a 1.
How close are they?
Well, there is, as they draw it, panic spreads quick, of course. And it's already people starting to run as weapons are starting to really drawn, and you are always obviously getting ready. Lightsabers are not subtle, for example.
Oh, I put my hand on it. I didn't ignite it yet.
Oh, you haven't ignited it yet. I'm sorry. I thought we were with you noticing it unsheathing.
Oh,
you
as
would
soon
have.
as soon as the weapons were drawn, my goddamn rifle was out.
No, my hand.
But you see
hand's under my cloak.
a group of about 6 people at the moment. 3 of them holding simple pistols. 3 of them actually managed to get rifles through all this. Blaster rifles, not anything big. They're a bit mixed of distance. The closest one's probably only 25-ish feet off. Mixture of things like Chish, human, some of the Rodrian. Fun things like that. However, the Count, with his 27, my god, goes first.
Plus 10. So, do we have any ledges or anything nearby?
Yeah, you're opening up to the thoroughfare, which is actually open roofed. You're out of the building itself. So there's like a wall with some gate. There's the building behind you. There's on top of the wall. You could see the rooftops of some of the buildings. Or balconies on the buildings. But the closest ledge to you would probably be about 40 feet off, back towards the roof.
But how
The
close are
building you
they
just
to
exited.
ledges?
Most of these guys are actually out in the open.
That's not answering how. So they're not
decent-
near ledge at all.
I'm trying to answer you, but I'm hearing somebody laugh.
Contain it, boy.
Yes?
Space will help.
Nobody's particularly close to a ledge. They're in the middle of it. You're probably closer to a ledge than they are.
Okay then. Well, there's one.
Gotta remember, I don't
There's
have
one
a
within
physical
walking
map for this.
I know. I know. I needed to know.
Yeah, no, they're not close to getting on a ledge at all.
Well, they drew weapons first. Walking up to that first one.
You walked up
Down,
to.
Eric.
Are you okay?
I just
You want?
shove.
You
Phew.
want
Ah.
I know. I wanted to, Eric. Sorry, they're not close enough yet.
Soon.
So
The closest one to you is a decently well-built human, maybe 5'8", 5'9". He only has a blaster pistol that he's drawing on him.
well, let's see if we can build him a bit smaller. As what is my +2? Oh yeah, 22 to hit.
Oh, definitely. They're only wearing like a light mesh armor, you can guys tell, over the heavier clothing.
Oh. Well then, hang on.
Blue and green, correct?
I will be I'll pull out the green one.
Okay, I was just curious.
So yeah, that's 20 damage.
So striding forward, like with confident, smooth steps, he watches the count is walking forward, reaches under his cloak, flicks out a saber, ignites it, and in the same motion, just like at an angle, diagonally, hip to shoulder. This man is now 2. And he looks very surprised of, oh no. As he's starting to realize what they picked the fight with. There was no warning about lightsabers. What else would you like to do?
Keep walking forward to the next closest one.
He's probably only about 10 feet off, so I don't think you can move that far. He was about 20.
I'll move whatever distance I have left to get closer.
You're moving.
And I'm just 30. Yeah, I know. But
you're moving slowly. So yeah, no, he's just inside your reach with about 10 feet off.
well, I don't have another attack, but I'm just going to look at him. I'm just going to look him in the eyes.
So I believe he is a Rodrian. Is the name Rodian, sorry.
They have big eyes.
Yeah, so very large eyes, a little antenna. He's looking up at you, down at his rifle, up at you. He doesn't look so confident all of a sudden.
Do you want me to make intimidation check?
No, not at the moment. There's still 5 of them left.
I mean, if you want to count the one that's into us too.
No, I don't. At that point, unless you have anything else you would like to do, I believe it's Joran.
You're good.
How many did you say had blaster rifles?
3 of them.
3 of them do still? Alright. Screw it, the Rhodian who's being stared at. Will a 24 hit?
Go for, with a what?
A 24.
Absolutely, a 22 hit last time.
So
Like I said, they're not heavily armored. They seem mostly in light mesh armor.
Yeah. Be a total of 17 damage.
All right, just draw, go down to a knee to like steady it, and clean
And I
shot.
will-
You hit him side of the head, and he goes down.
I'll use my movement to step in front of the lady. As she said she wasn't as combat capable.
All right, easy enough.
I can see your little pad on your arms doing some weird things. Do whatever you gotta do. I'll cover you.
Is that your whole turn there?
Yep, that's me.
All right. On that note, Sure, Johnny, it is up to you.
Okay.
You are currently seeing somebody is attempting to hack into your wrist pad.
That's annoying. I need to deal with that wall. I need to deal with that now. I've got meat in between me and blaster fire, so I should be fine. About how many other combatants are in my eyesight?
In your eyesight, there are only 4 more combatants now.
Okay.
As someone has been chopped in half and somebody has been shot cleanly through the head.
Alright. From my little wrist pad, shooting out is going to be a little bitty dragonfly, and it's going to fly and land on the Count's shoulder.
Alright.
And its action is going to be a held action for the help action for whenever he gets within 5 feet of something as it rides along him.
Gotcha.
My action is going to be... What the hell is this dude doing to my wrist pad?
Attempting to defend.
Defend, and if I defend well enough, ruin his goddamn life.
Alright, go for a slicer kit check.
Slicer check.
I need to pull up my dice roller.
Commit identity theft.
Well, I hope they're good. 26.
They're good. However,
Not
you are
like-
proving to be better. Going through counteracting, you aren't seeing, they aren't getting through, but right now your hands are full keeping them out. And keeping it for this action. If you wish, you could probably try to trace further the next turn.
Okay, so further things will be done on additional turns. Gotcha.
This was more of a, oh shit, he broke the firewall, I need to throw some stuff back up to keep
That
him out.
firewall's hard to break, so that's kind of impressive.
Yeah, that was, it barely happened. But, that is your action. Do you have anything you would like to do as your bonus action?
But yep. Nah. I can't hide behind a person. So, I'm done.
Alrighty, that brings it to the mercenaries turn. So nobody's actually terribly
Wait,
close. The
I'm
closest
sorry.
one
I
is...
lied. I lied.
Oh, continue.
Going to look over at the Count and say, yeah, do that, but again, have some potent aptitude. It's a D6. You know exactly what it is.
Ew. Okay.
By the way, after one was shot in the head, I just turned my head slowly to sit there and look at the next closest one.
Next closest one's about 15 feet off. And this one's actually got 2 of them close by. 1 rifle, 1 pistol. Standing side by side. And speaking of them, they, along with the other 2 who are a bit scattered again, are going to raise pistols and rifles, and 3 of them are going at the Count because he's currently the scariest. And one of them will be going towards the, not... They'll be going towards Johnny, actually.
Do I have partial
Wait.
cover?
Yes, you do. I will give you that. This is a big guy, and he's in the way.
Yay. I did
So,
my job.
towards the Count. 2 rifles and a pistol. I don't think a 9 hits.
You.
What is... Here's it's way off, isn't it? That was the pistol. As it fires, you just lazy flick and it's gone. That's a 17.
New.
Again, just flick, and then another rifle bolts and flying. That one's higher at a 24.
Yeah, that hit.
I would be concerned if it did.
I don't know, maybe if lightsaber deflecting was actually good, but
And you take 10 damage as it just sears into your shoulder. You couldn't quite get it after blocking the last one. And at Johnny. Only a pistol, but still. 16?
It would, but I have cover.
+2. Would the 16 miss?
Yes.
Oh.
By 1.
So, raises the pistol and is moving, trying to move a little bit because That's a scary person who just cut his buddy in half. And instead fires, and it almost hits, but it goes just a little off, and it just pings and ricochets off of Joran's armor. And they're all gonna move back, actually. Because, oh fuck. And, again at Joran, because you're the biggest problem, not Joran, at Count, because you're the biggest problem right now.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice it now, but you only not see it now as the muzzle flashes. In the off a distance, probably a good 400 feet off. You see a scope for a second, and then a muzzle flash. As I know that hits, because that's in the 23 range.
Yeah.
Please? Okay. Please don't ruin my day and say a 23 doesn't hit.
It's 19. I have light armor, okay?
Jeez. That is 13 damage. As you feel a heavy, actually metal slug, heavy metal bullet this time tear through your side.
Ballistics. That's a
You said 13?
13.
All right, I'm bloodied.
That's everything they've got. So back around to the Count.
All right. So how far away are they now?
They moved back. They were about 20 feet before, so they're about 50 feet off. I believe. Yeah, that sounds right.
Is there any cover I can get behind in this area?
A couple terminals, things like where people are checking it, would have been checking in for like, why are you here? What's your business? Yada yada yada.
Oh, and can I tell how far away that scope glint was?
Yeah, that one was about 400 feet off. It was back outside the wall. This person knew what they did and set up really far away.
I see.
You're fighting Callus.
Well then.
Remember, you're fighting intelligent enemies in this one.
Yes.
They don't feel
Oh.
so intelligent right about now. But they are intelligent nonetheless.
You have an extra D6.
Neat.
It helps nothing.
I'm also kind of getting ordered 66 with 4 people firing at me at the same time.
You are.
I mean, you just flashed the lightsaber.
They're spooky.
They flashed all of their guns. And how close is that? How
And
close
you
is
have
the
rip.
nearest stall?
About 50 feet, we're going to go with.
Yeah, let's dash over there.
Alright. Run straight
And-
up to them. You're in their face. You're in the face of 2 of them currently. One with pistol, one with rifle.
No. I meant the nearest stall, not the enemy.
Oh, I am sorry.
He's taking cover. 'cause he's
Nearest
getting
stall is
shot
only
to death.
about 20 feet off. Yeah, nearest stall is probably only about 20 feet off.
Ah, yes. I will get down there. I will apply one of the healing hits. That is 2d4.
Bonus action to do that. So 2d4 plus 2, correct.
It's a 2. That's a 2. So that's 6. And so that's movement, action, and let's see. I got a blast.
You haven't used your action.
No, I will
You only
pop
use
out
movement and bonus.
I will pop out blast and pop back down.
Alright, who you shooting at?
Closest. Are they within? Would they be within 40 feet at this
You
point?
move 20, so yes.
Okay,
These people are probably just in the 40-foot range with where you moved to.
that'd be an 18 on the die.
Definitely hits.
All right, I don't have to do that. D6 plus 5, go.
Blaster
8.
or pistol?
Pistol.
Pistol. You watch as a human staggers. As you manage to just wing his shoulder.
Sorry.
And even though I'm already behind cover, I'm also going to kind of scoot to where I can and just lay down.
Going prone.
Going prone.
Gotcha. Well, you're out of sight from what you can tell of them. Joran, you're up. As you guys just watched him pull out like a small, bricky-looking med kit and put a hypodermic needle, just get him in the leg, and wounds start to knit up some.
Okay.
Fires off a shot and ducks.
And in case they didn't notice, sniper.
So he yells.
Letting them all know. He did, but you all heard the gunshot echo.
Okay.
As this wasn't a blaster, this was an actual physical kinetic bullet.
Did
Very rare.
Did my 15 passive actually see the muzzle fire?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys do know. You guys have noticed where he is. It wasn't very subtle.
Okay.
It was just he was hidden well, and a ways off.
So I'm going to try to hit that one. The sniper boy.
He's 400. Can you shoot that far?
With a blaster rifle, yes.
Alrighty. I was just making sure.
And it wouldn't matter because I do have weapon mastery. Or, sharpshooter mastery, sure. So
I just was confirming. I didn't know what the ranges on all the weapons were. Thank you.
I don't think that... What might? Will a 19 hit?
19 will miss because he has partial cover from the balcony.
Yep. Well, I ignore everything but 3/4 cover.
Yeah.
Just as an FYI.
Everything but 3/4, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, well, he's like, you can basically see his shoulders and head from where he's perched on the balcony with the rifle leveled.
Yep.
But you can tell it was pretty close as it pings into and breaks a bit of the balcony right next to him. He flinches away from it a bit.
Alright. I'm gonna, as just the rest of my action, gonna tell Johnny or whatever to make themselves smaller and use me as cover as best they can.
I've left my shrinking pack at home, sorry.
You guys are aware there are, as I pointed out to him, terminals are around. You can duck behind them.
Hi, I'm over here.
Or duck behind one of those if necessary.
I just wanted to confirm that you guys heard that bit.
Yeah, okay.
And then that brings it to Johnny if you're not doing anything.
Yeah, that's me.
Sure. Johnny.
I do one thing well.
Alright, well, technically it goes to the familiar. They're not gonna do anything, they're just gonna sit on the shoulder and be ready to help. As you're bleeding to death, the dragonfly looks at you, Count. It blinks a little metal eye.
You're safe as long as they don't have explosives.
You do not know if it understands. Okay, I am going to... You said there's stalls within 30 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Gonna just go over there, bonus action, hide, action... The fuck's...
Roll stealth for me real quick.
Absolutely. That is going to be a... Blah, 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 blah. 19.
Alrighty. And your action?
This fucker out of my wrist pad.
You've got him blocked with the last one.
Okay, so now he's blocked. And...
He's actively going against the... trying to get in still, but for the moment he's blocked.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to intrude upon his shit.
Roll a slicer kit.
24.
Oh, hell yeah. Digging in, you actually get in to see some of the information. What are you prioritizing right now since we're doing 6-second intervals?
Okay, does his tech pad have any, like mine, I know I can shoot fire from it and shit like that. Does theirs have anything like that?
Yes.
If I can find
You can see
his
it's hooked
combat
up to some
protocols,
ordnance.
I want them to go off randomly.
I'm sorry, that was hilarious.
I want him to be
I'll
safe
let you start
inside,
the process.
and then suddenly rockets
let you
just start
s-
shooting out of his wrist.
I'll let you start the process, but breaking it versus setting things off might take a little bit longer.
That's
because,
fine.
ow.
That's fine. Any luck,
Oh,
he
shit,
can take out his own friends.
You get the feeling someone's panicking, because you know how you'd feel in this situation.
You are going to die now.
Oh shit! I was expecting location, not that. Anyways,
We'll find 'em.
anything else?
We
Action
don't need to
bonus
find
action.
the body.
I'm done.
Back to the mercenaries.
Trying to find
They're
something
actually-
in my force list here. Trying to find the details of it, and it's not popping up right.
They're gonna move around at an angle because they saw the count duck, and that's who they're keeping a beat out for everything. But at the moment, there's only one target they can really shoot at. So they all move a bit closer into the side.
There it is.
But poor Joran's about to get 5 shots.
That's fine.
No, he's about to get 4 shots. 13?
Nope.
14.
Nope.
That's another 14.
Nope.
That's a 22.
Of course.
So you get winged by a pistol as they're all moving quickly. And take 9 damage. As one of them manages to find a gap, like on the plates between the shoulder and the chest.
Oh no. Ow.
You're tougher. You're made of tougher stuff than this.
I'm not.
Bullets
And
hurt.
then it comes back around to the count.
Are any of them within 30 feet, or are they farther away than that?
They all move forward into the side a bit. So there's one group there's one that's just on the edge of it.
But is there anyone on the ledge?
On the ledge, the one 400 feet away.
Just let me know if someone gets within 5 feet of a ledge. That I can see.
This is a fairly large area. You can climb on some stuff, but nothing's really high enough to do what you're wanting.
Please.
Unless they get on the wall or the building.
Well, I'll just have to settle for poke up, shot, poke down.
There are some within 30-ish feet if you wish.
Yeah, no, I like my booth here.
That's fair. Who are you shooting at?
The one I shot before.
Roll to hit.
D 16 plus 23.
Definitely.
I feel like the 16 probably would have hit without modifier.
Yeah, that 16 would have hit.
11.
So you fling back up, and you take a shot, and the guy you shot before, the human, as he's moving to the side, so you can tell he's trying to like blink around to get to you. You catch the side where the panels don't quite cover for the mesh, and it just goes through, and he just hits the ground and skids as he goes. Pistol goes clattering. However, at the same time as you pop up, you all hear a loud ringing, a loud bang and firing.
Yes, I was waiting for this.
18.
Miss.
Jesus. So you hear it, and at the corner of your eye, you just start to see like the flash that reminds you, oh yeah, someone's firing, and you move down into the side just as something takes a furrow through, and the damages the booth a bit.
Also,
It's
does
on,
the
like-
booth provide me cover from the sniper? Do they have
It
sharpshooter?
did. It did. It gave you probably about quarter because you stood up to fire real quick.
Okay.
You're speaking
But
of it in the
it
past
Did it
tense.
hit you anyways? But it didn't hit
No.
you anyways. So, anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
That person, that sniper. I'll wave at them and then duck back down.
You've been a cheeky person today already. You can feel you feel that vague feeling of frustration that you know you've caused before.
And back down.
And yep,
That's what I get.
Joran, you're up.
Shooting at the sniper again.
Roll to hit.
I'm pretty sure a crit's gonna hit.
Oh, definitely.
Ooh. Apparently I don't like snipers. Okay. And then add this. This also crits. Okay. So for a total of 18 damage
So,
on a lower roll. Not bad.
you you tear through the side of the scope. It sees angled to the side just a little bit, and it goes through the scope and another headshot. Whatever this was, something splattered on the wall and the gun's out of view as it clatters to the ground and the body slumps down.
And now that the sniper's dealt with, I'm going to take cover behind one of the consoles. That's the word.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Nope, that'll do it.
Alright. The 3 mercenaries left are going to start moving in again. At this point, 2 of them can see the count, and the third one still can't quite see him.
Can they see me?
Yeah, they've been moving in steadily. After I told you they moved out, they were about 50 feet away. They moved in last turn. And this turn, they're moving in again. So, 2 of them can see you now. They still have disadvantage because you said you proned.
Disadvantage and behind cover.
Well, now that they're to the side of it, they can see you. It's
Less
just
coverage.
disadvantaged, which knowing you isn't going to matter.
19 to hit.
With that 19 to hit, damn.
19 AC.
Yeah, no, that's a miss. That's a miss. Ooh, that's a natural 1. So, guy with the rifle pulls up, fires, hits the ground next to you. Guy with the pistol pulls it up as he's going through, pulls the trigger, and you just kind of... And you can see him start to panic as it's not firing now. Yeah, the other guy is actually going to take a dash action because he can't hit you right now, anybody right now, and keep moving down the sides. So, Joran, you can tell he can aim at you. You still have a little bit of cover from the angle, but he can see you.
Just a more or less of a bring it motion.
And yeah, that's back to the count.
All right. I'm going to stand up. Put a pair of sunglasses on. Yes, I have that in my inventory listed. Take a shot, and then lay back down and sort of just mock them. Regardless if I hit or not. No, that's a hit. Because I think a critical hits.
Are you shooting at a pistol or a rifle?
Pistol. I only have a pistol.
No, are you shooting at a pistol wielder or a rifle wielder?
Closest. Or is there one of each?
The group of 2 that flanked around, they're about the same.
That doesn't say if they're having a pistol or a rifle.
The group of 2, one has a pistol, one has a rifle. That's why I was asking.
I'll shoot the rifle guy.
Okay.
Just let me know if you want me to stop using the blue and black dice and switch over to the blue and purple.
No, you're welcome to use whatever you like for your dice.
Okay. Oh. Okay, let's see. 17.
Definitely hits. Oh, that's damage.
No.
Why did I say hits? Yeah, no, you just clean through one of the gaps in the mesh.
You said hits because 17 is a lot of damage.
Yeah, at level 4, and just slams into the ground as he's running. Rifle goes skidding.
And yeah, after seeing that guy dead, if there's only one instead of going prone, I'll just get into a bit of a squat and look at him. I have sunglasses on, but it's one of those things where you can tell they're looking at you. And yeah, no, I'm not even gonna move towards him. I'll just have a Slav squad behind my little booth here.
Joran. Wait. I think I missed Johnny.
I go last of the players.
Yeah, I think I missed you last time.
I don't think so, because I started a counter hack, and I haven't been able to do it.
Yeah.
And then it was them.
That's fair.
And then they shot him.
Okay, fair. I wanted to make sure. Then Joran, you're up.
Pretty sure 25 hits.
Oh, absolutely.
So then it will be a total of...
Remember, you do have your sharpshooter-ish thing.
Actually, I think I did
Yeah.
skip, but I'm counter hacking anyway, so what's the matter?
You didn't. 13 total damage on the one with the pistol that can see me. I'm pretty sure it's a pistol.
The pistol on the left is all the way over by...
Okay.
I'm pretty
is all
sure
the one over by the count. The one that I said could see you was one of the rifle wielders.
Okay, the one that can see me is the one getting shot.
Okay. Yeah, well, he's dead now.
And then I'm just going to stand up and leave cover. And basically just go, come on.
You take a second,
Two
look
minutes.
over at him and go, you see me, don't you? Fire. Take him down. Catches him in the, clavicle area, basically. Stand up, because you're no longer concerned. And did you say you were moving? Or just
Yeah, I'm
staring
just
at
going to
him?
move out into like the open and just wave my hands of, come on.
Just start walking forward. Putting a very imposing image, as you've done showed a rather steady aim, even nailing a guy at sniper range. Johnny! Is it what you were trying to do last time with the weaponry and stuff?
I want his wrist pad to basically just injure everyone around him.
So, you don't see anything happen. But, ways off, bit of a distance, you can hear something happen. Roll me 3d6.
3d6?
3d6.
The cubes. They cometh.
I'm really good at rolling die that do damage. Specifically. Yeah. So... 16?
So, you all hear a bit of a commotion, a combination of like high-end electricity and minor explosions going off, and a good distance off. You're probably staring at your data pad. You can tell from what you're looking at that his wrist pad's damaged, but it's still fun. But that's all you know right now.
Okay.
Like, majorly damaged. And there's one mercenary left, unless you have anything else.
The dragonfly is ready to help. Actually, how far away is the enemy?
Probably about 10 feet off. They didn't run up to him.
Okay, then it will fly off with the shoulder and go accost that man. Utilizing the help action.
Okay. So, mercenary's turn, because that didn't break your stealth. You did.
Yeah.
It doesn't think anything about it, like, kind of like flinches and moves a little bit as though the dragonfly flies across through his eyes and buzzes. Not connecting the dots, bugs are common-ish. He is going to try and fire at the Count, who is taunting. A 16 does not hit you. As you can see, he raises his pistol and he's a little shaken from this. This was supposed to be like a quick, heavy hit, and then there's this man just... He's the only one left out of 7 people. And it just skids into the ground. It just pings into the ground next to you, the Count. And that brings it back around to you.
I'm just gonna turn my head slowly and look at that scorch in the ground. Lower the glasses a bit, raise them back up, and I mean to draw the blaster, I had stowed the lightsaber. I'll stow the blaster and walk up to him, and I'll pull out the lightsaber, not ignite it, and just put it against his chest,
Well, you have advantage on this attack
And-
roll.
So why shouldn't I?
Roll and intimidate, because you guys have just hacked down his entire squad. If that's what you're attempting to do.
Oh, I mean, if he didn't give the answer I liked, I was going to ignite it, but sure, I'll go with it.
Oh, okay. That sounded like
Thank you.
a questioning thing.
19.
Um,
Oh, wait, no, no. Sorry. 21.
sorry, that wasn't right. I only got a higher one. Yeah, no. This man's shaking now, and he kind of just holds his hands up and drops the pistol, and just I can tell you why we're here. I can give you information. Just don't, please, 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 please don't.
You're going to go talk. You're going to turn around. You're going to go talk to the little lady over there. And if I don't like your answers, you'll hear a quick shing, and that'll be about it.
Okay,
I'll motion
okay,
him to
I
turn
can do
around.
that. I'll talk. Please don't. Are any of you going to do something else with it, or can I call initiative off?
Well, am I still being accosted on my wristpad at all?
No. As soon as the defense attack started off, the assault on your data stopped.
Okay. In that case, my dragonfly is going to bite him.
I just realized I was muted. Somebody had walked in my room. I forgot to unmute. Anyway, I'm sorry. Is there still one more person that was holding their rifle
No.
or whatever up? No.
No, you guys got everybody but him.
Okay.
He's got a lightsaber at his back.
All right. Well, he's
Um,
got more than a lightsaber in his back. Just FYI.
He takes
Yeah,
7
probably
shock
now.
damage.
he takes 7 shock damage
Dragonfly bit him.
as he misses a step and stumbles and swats towards his neck, and the dragonfly gets off time. It doesn't hit him, but that hurt. Damn, that was like a massive stumble. He almost ate shit. He almost hit the ground. And he just starts flickering his head around again, looking panicked. What was that?
Keep moving.
You shuffle him up over to you guys. And, well, you have a scraggling looking mercenary at your call. That can call at the moment.
The information, if you would.
What would you like to know?
Well, let's not lead the witness. Just go ahead and tell us everything, and we'll interject questions whenever we need to. What events led to you
We
being
were,
here where you were today, doing what you were?
We were just here on Coruscant, having a downtime after our last job, and we saw the bounty for that some weird crystal coming up, I guess. I don't know the details too much. It just paid really well, and well, gave information who to find. Points at Johnny. You were on the list of people to watch for that might have more for it. From what he could find, our leader, and kind of does a thumbs back towards the balcony. He just had a couple sources that said, watch for you, you would have more. So we thought maybe, hey, easy income, ambush some people. Expected you to be alone. We knew the name. We never expected them, and he kind of looks at Joran and the Count. Count. I have to say Count. I keep saying that.
I'm not the count. I have no title yet.
It was just a big reward. It seemed like an easy job for a large reward.
So you're meaning to tell me that in the course of all this, a bounty ended up being put on my head?
Not on your head per se,
There's
on
a
the
bounty
item,
with money
but
with my face attached to it. I'd say that's on me.
It said you might have more information on it, so we thought we would try.
Well, sadly, I have disparagingly low information. Do you have anything else that you could possibly tell us about it? Do you know anything other than to come and accost me in the street?
No, we didn't have any information. That's why this was the plan of action.
Ah, low lives are the worst lives. Do whatever you want
Who
with this
can
guy.
tell? This is a pretty young individual. Like, he probably hasn't been in this business too long.
Quick tip, kid. Pay more attention to things. Never ever go into vague things unless you can help it.
I'm not the one who was calling the shots, so
Out of character question.
yeah.
Would I know of a Mandalorian outpost on Coruscant here?
I don't know so much of an outpost, but there's maybe a couple who would have their, like, this is where they come to. This is more of their base, but it'd be on an individual basis. If they had anything here, it's a common place for them to stop and stay.
Is there specifically an Ordo base?
Not to your knowledge, not of the Ordo.
I like to picture a Mandalorian embassy as it's just Fight Club.
I mean,
Well, you
you're
already
not
broke
wrong.
rule.
You're not wrong.
You already broke rule number 1. Now, back to it.
Oh.
Mm,
Kid, go make your money dealing in a tavern or something and get the hell out of here. I just hit him with the butt of my gun and shove him along. Unless the Count's gonna stop it.
He was just kind of
Well,
like, stop.
Cantina. Tavern.
hold out your arm,
What?
kid.
Which one?
Doesn't matter.
He'll hold out his left arm.
I will ignite the lightsaber
Kind of
and
shaking.
just very lightly touch just enough to burn the skin and leave a scar.
He'll just like snap it back and kind of panicked after that.
Remember. And then
Just
I'll
gonna kinda-
unignite it.
Shakily nod his head and just start taking off really quickly towards the gates.
Damn kids.
It's emptied by now, by the way. Like, probably churn 2, people managed to stampede out.
Okay,
I
well,
I'll
just
take the
sling my
shit.
rifle.
Want to take the shit that dropped?
that's what I was gonna say.
I want that sniper.
It's over there.
I know.
I'll just force pull each of the weapons as we kind of get close to them, so we don't have to stray off the path. And
Okay. Just weapons zipping to the count as you guys are walking through.
I'm gonna watch.
Are
straight
you
through
guys
the
getting the
back door unless
sniper
I'm-
one?
Yeah.
Sniper one ways off, so you'll have to part for a little quickly while they're collecting those.
Yeah.
I'll say the sniper is out of my reach.
I'm going to that.
But 3 blaster pistols, 3 blaster rifles, and a sniper rifle.
Hell yeah. Did he have any ammo for the sniper rifle on him?
You'd have to get up on the balcony and check.
I mean, if I'm going with him, I can move the body.
Okay, if you guys are heading over there with them after that, you guys will be outside of the gates. Sitting up there, you could probably move it with enough time and effort. So pulling a body off. He probably has, including the ones in it, about 15 shots left.
On any of the bodies, did they have any extra information or any such notes or other such things?
Nobody had anything paper or written down on them.
Any hollow pads,
Oh.
data pads, nothing.
There's a hollow pad on a data pad. I mean, on the man who had the sniper rifle,
Yeah, well,
but it is locked.
we'll give that to Miss Johnny there.
Johnny will take the
I
data
believe-
pad.
I believe this is more suited for you.
And
Give
you
me a
said
second.
the scope is fucked on this thing?
Yeah, scope's fucked up, but you could probably pull it off real quick and use iron sight still.
Oh yeah, no. He's if it's fucked, he's just gonna pull it off, put it in a bag somewhere, fix it later, and just use the iron sights.
You could
You shot
probably
it
get a
with a-
scope at some point or another.
I say you shot it with a blaster. I don't think you're going to be able to unmelt it.
Nah, it'll be fine.
That's why I said get another one.
Yeah, if it's fucked
But-
that bad, then yeah, I'll just throw it away.
Yeah, but yes, you do have a data pad now.
Will
You're hacking it,
a
aren't you?
21 give me access?
Yeah, 21 will give you access.
I rolled a 12.
I know. So you get a few things from this, like you get the man's bank account,
Ooh, how much
a
is it
couple
here?
of contacts. There's not a lot on it. You can see, you can access, and you can see where he pulled up, where he has the bounty, and it's a rather hefty bounty. Somebody put a 2.5 million credit bounty on this crystal. Somebody really, really wants it.
Well, this is what the boss is getting for it, I guess.
But there's a few contacts. There's nothing particularly else besides that. You can guess he doesn't trust it terribly much. He only got the bank account because he recently accessed it for something.
So how many credits go into
what
my
you
bank
find?
account?
His personal one, you have access to. He's a rather broke boy. It's probably only a total of 2,500.
I see.
It's good.
And how
He's
many-
doing good compared to normal people,
And how many off the
but for a
bodies?
mercenary, they don't have money on them. Probably loose pocket change actually. So total like 50 or 60 between all seven.
And now I have more money.
I'll split the 50 between, or I'll split the 50 with
I'll say 60 so you can just split it easier since it was 50 or 60.
I'll split the 60 with Jorn there.
Alright. I'll take the 30 creds.
I also have no idea how much we started off with. That wasn't said.
Yeah, neither did
The starting credit feature thing.
Isn't that just a flat 1,000?
No. It's like
I
a
don't
dice
know.
roll to see how much your class starts with.
And
Yeah.
that you want to pull a number out of thin air? Sounds like a good idea.
Start with 1,500 each.
Alright.
Seems about the average of what's here.
1530, a good year indeed.
10,000.
Woo!
You think that's a joke? What are you guys wanting to do now? You can hear effectively a siren off in the distance, getting closer.
Yeah. No, we're not sticking around for, at least I'm saying we shouldn't be sticking around for that.
I concur.
Are there any like nearby like street sweeper droid stations?
You could probably find one with relative ease.
I turn it on.
Okay. I won't even make you do a slicer one. It's a public service station. It's not going to have a very high one on you. Will
It's also my cantrip.
Oh, turn it on like that. Oh. So you want it to start cleaning up what's here?
Yeah.
Easy enough. You see one putter out and just start to and start to work.
Is it a giant Roomba?
No.
Technically, in appearance, no. In functionality, basically.
God
A little more advanced.
God damn
Does it
it.
just run? Does it just run over the bodies and kind of smear them across the ground?
No, it does not run over the bodies and smear them. It does throw one in a trash can, though.
Teehee. All right, let's continue on.
Probably a slum cantina would be good for about right now.
Go to the cantina with random bounty hunters after. Okay.
What would you like to do as a whole? Like, what would you guys like to?
Carry on with the job to
Yeah,
where we're supposed to be going.
get basically hidden as best we can away from the siren bit, and then try to figure out where we're supposed to go.
Let's just continue toward our objective then. There's tons of people in Coruscant. We're nothing special.
Alrighty. So, stepping into more of the back streets, you're currently on the ground level of Coruscant. Going into the back streets to avoid attention, because you can guess you don't want to be questioned or dealing with the people like right now. You have the location. You had the 2 weeks. Part of what you did was find the actual location details here, so like how you would get to it. So it's not terrible difficult because you can just bring up a map. You don't really have a chance of getting lost.
Why do I feel like that's pointed at me?
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
Oh. Oh.
That was a 3-day trip. How long did it take?
Oh. More.
Getting down, taking some of like the shuttles, like travel some distances. So you don't have to walk if you choose to. It'll speed things up. Probably about 2 hours of walking in public transportation.
This group on the subway.
And you end up, yeah, just on the subway with like this slow rattling. It's a very odd image. There's all these people ready for business and standard like life. And then there's 3 like battle ready people.
Can I spend some hit die on the subway?
Yeah, you can have a short rest for hit die.
I'm good.
You find it, and it's a very you've gone underground now. Coruscant has ground floors and then it built up for stories and stories and stories. But it also went down at the same time. And you guys are pretty far underground, probably about 15 stories underground for this.
Watch out for the rat ghouls.
I
That was a
take
joke.
off my
That was a joke.
sunglasses.
Are you
I
sure?
take off my sunglasses.
Everything's still decently lit in this sector, it seems.
I keep them
Via
on.
like light panels and a couple of other things, posts, things like that. You framed you almost missed it because it's basically in a back alley. And it's a very nondescript front. There's no sign, nothing special. It's like a very orderly, clean, like OCD. Like it's a 15 foot up, 15 foot across, 15 foot back down break in the buildings around it with a door in the middle.
If anyone offers you death sticks, don't take them.
Is that what you call cigarette?
No, they're drugs in Star Wars.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they called them in Attack of the Clones.
fair.
Yeah.
My knowledge of Star Wars is still a little... Details are still a little messy sometimes.
I warned you this would happen.
But yeah, you guys are there. Opening the door, going in, going to look for something else. What you doing?
Okay,
We're
so
at the place where the thing is.
okay. Does it look like
To the best of Johnny's knowledge.
I go now? Does it look like it's like a bank area? Like
No,
okay,
not at all.
what are we going into here then?
You're in like in a back alley. Very nondescript wall there. There's not really any windows looking in. It's just the door, and that's the break in it. And it looks, you only know this is the building because you have a location, and it's different from the buildings around it, even if it is in a back alley.
Okay, are there any like panel thingies that I could maybe hack into and look at things for?
You would have to make an investigation to find a panel right now because they seem to be on the side of. You're on the back end of a building. Not a lot of.
Yeah, I know. I'll
Panel
make an
access.
investigation, though.
Quite an odd place for such a valuable item.
That's what I'm thinking. 22.
Actually, no, you don't find any panels right now.
I can't see any access points from out here, so I guess we're going in blind.
No further.
Going in then.
After you.
Steps up to the door.
Opening the door and stepping in. It's a very like how to put it. You know the areas I just feel like it's too clean almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's too orderly. Well, it's a very plain room, light panel up top, and just like a little desk, a little U desk, almost standing up. Kind of like a counter you see in most stores, and a human, fairly well built human. Just kind of like he's back. He's got a scruffy face. You can see he has glasses, but he's kind of asleep, leaning back in his office chair, just snoring lightly.
Just doors open.
And there's no doors
looking
or anything in the room. It's literally just this boxed room.
I didn't even walk in. The doors open. I'm looking at this scene. I look back at the party.
You see like a book open and on his chest.
I just point at that and I go,
Are we sure this is the place?
Yeah, if my information says to come here, I
okay.
be on
I'm
guard.
not so good at the talking, so
I fare pretty well so long as I know what I'm doing in the first place.
exactly.
Which, don't quite know what we're doing here.
Well,
Exactly.
assuming he's asleep and we have time to sit here and talk about this, we need to get the thing, but we don't have a who it belongs to.
No, he's conked out.
Yeah.
He's snoring, like I said.
Well, I'm just in character, like, there's an off chance he could be faking, so I'm going to put that out there. But we don't have, like, who it belongs to, some way to get the item for our own sakes.
There's no
Go on.
entry panel over there, anywhere. There's no doors on the inside. It's just a box.
I'm assuming that there's going to be something behind his little desk there.
All right.
Do we just
The
go wake
count
him up
is
and ask for it?
continuing.
What?
Count
Leave
will
him.
step in. And once stepping in, further look around.
Stepping in and looking around again. It's a very like overly clean room. Desk there. He's got his feet kind of propped up on it, like I said, in his office chair, snoring. Book. Don't see any cameras or anything of the like either.
I'll step in after the count.
Everyone goes inside the kill box.
Yeah.
Door slams shut. Minigun turns pop out.
I
No.
turn it off.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a room with a dude right now.
Listen, dog, the book gave me a cantrip level thing that just lets me turn things on and off.
You coming in?
Everyone's going inside.
Alright.
I'm waiting on what you guys are doing.
I'm just kind of leaning up against the wall, kind of half battle ready, half kind of unsure what the hell's going on.
I'll close the door behind us and stand by it.
How loudly do you
Yeah,
close
okay.
the door?
Quietly attempting, as
Oh.
to not to wake the fellow there.
Oh, that's not hard.
Well, Miss Johnny, There's a computer there, it seems.
No, there's not.
Oh, he doesn't even have a computer.
He doesn't have a
Oh,
computer in
he's
front
got
of
an
him. It's just a
actual
flat
book.
desk. He has a paperback book.
Does he have a watch or anything?
No?
We have entered the Matrix room that's just that one guy and all the TV screens. This doesn't belong
But
to...
you don't have TV. But you don't have TV screens.
I know, it's
either.
even worse. Alright, listen, if something drops from the ceiling, just don't let it shoot me in the back of the head, that's all I ask. And she will make her way over to the desk and kind of lightly rap on it.
Okay, so the desk, you make your way over to the desk, you say. But like the outside, where you saw it was like a 15 by 15, well, you're finding out this is a cube that's a 15 by a 15 by a 15. So it's more like 3 steps forward. And you
Okay.
rap on the desk, and the guy like and like panics for a second and kind of falls out of his chair
Very
before like really quickly standing back up, straightening his glasses, like, "How may I help you?"
very non-violently and apologetically waving. Hi there. We were sent to
You were
sent to acquire a crystal thing of some sort from this address. Can you assist us at all?
a crystal thing.
We have all the verification on my little pad here, but I don't see anywhere to hook it into your systems to.
Do you have your account number?
Account number?
By the way, if this room was really bright, sunglasses back on.
Not really. Decently bright, like good enough to read by without problems, but nothing overly so. If you have found this location, I believe you are probably aware. This is a safety deposit area. The safety deposit bank. Do you have an account number?
Well, honestly, we're just kind of grunt works here. I was just supposed to plug this in and then they would send all the details wirelessly so that I wouldn't get to know them in the future.
Afraid we don't have a location to just plug it in, as you put.
Oh. I really don't want them to be mad at us for failing to get the thing that we need to get.
I suppose it'd be quite easy to just simply call and ask for the information, would it not? Just as you have your bosses telling you what to do, I have mine, and dissuades his hands.
Yeah, I understand, but
I don't have anything.
ours told us no contact. Well, that's saddening.
I'll walk towards
Make
him
a-
here. And
Okay.
Make a
I was
humawada.
gonna say make a deception, because that doesn't sound quite what you got told.
No, duh, I'm lying at my fucking ass.
I know.
That's 25.
Just as I see, and then you walk up, of course, and he's like, "Yes, may I help you?" As the Count walked up and interrupted this.
Look, my associate and I, we're here with only the best of intentions for this transaction. Your boss doesn't have to know anything about this such sort.
I'm afraid my boss already knows. So, no, I cannot forget the rules.
So your boss is listening in now.
We are a safety deposit bank. Do you think we have no security measures?
None that I see.
That means they're well done.
Quite so. Rather impressive, actually. Generally, they'd at least make something obvious to be a somewhat deterrent.
You can tell from the location. Actual deterrence isn't the largest benefit we would have here. That would gain attention on this level.
Quite frankly, here, actual deterrence seems common from what I've experienced.
Maybe so, but that still notes worth the attention. And I'd rather not have attention in this store. This bank. Again, noting this conversation is happening in a cube with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to make persuasion there.
You can make a persuasion roll, correct?
Oh,
But
perfect.
he did state that to you. But make a persuasion to see how well it went over.
28.
Okay, it went over well. Like, he's speaking to you honestly. He seems almost apologetic about it. But as he stated, his bosses are already aware of what is happening right now.
All right, I didn't say anything to get myself arrested.
Oh no.
I'll sit there and stroke my goatee some.
Johnny's just gonna sit there and look stressed.
He's just standing there, like, the hands on the counter on each other, waiting.
I'm gonna look around for the camera and security. Out of just
Make
genuine.
a perception or investigation on this. Probably perception if you're not actively scouring.
Well, I mean, I'm looking around, but like more out of curiosity, not out of malintent. Just like I kind of just want to find these things now. Like,
Yeah, make a perception check.
that is 19.
Looking around, you think you might see on a small button on his shirt. A very small camera, as you just only notice it because you notice like a slight contraction. But that's the only one you notice.
Yes, impressive indeed. Well there, Miss Johnny. What course of action would you like to take here?
Well, seeing as we don't have the reference number that we need, I guess we'd better head to somewhere I can securely transmit details and maybe get this account number. And then we'll return after that. That okay with everyone?
Well, hopefully no one beats us here to buy it first.
Oh no, it's not for sale, sir. We are a safety deposit bank. We do not hold sale.
We'll be back once we have the account number. I'm sorry for inconveniencing your day. I hope you didn't lose your place in your book on our account.
Oh no. I've probably read that old thing a dozen times by now.
Okay.
And no problems. Come back with the information and I'll be happy to help you.
Okay. Enjoy. And we'll
Have a
go
good
back
day.
into the alley.
Okay, exiting the building.
Just gonna kind of
There's-
wave to get people a good distance away from this area as possible.
How far away are you guys trying to go?
Probably until
So
like
let's ju-
the end of an alley into where it opens up and there's people walking around and other noises to blanket our noises.
Okay, easy enough.
Unless somebody interjects before then.
Down to the end of the alley. Just at the edge of it, people are walking by on the street. It's not as busy as some of the closer to the ground floor and up would be, but it's still decently so.
Okay, so obviously we're not getting in, we don't have an account number. But a bunch of beatniks have some high credit reward on this item, right? And they don't know where the building is?
And apparently it's already paid for.
Well, no, it's just being held there for someone else. They're just keeping it safe in there. So what I'm thinking that we do is we, as impersonally as possible, inform all of the easily excited individuals of exactly where the building is and maybe bump up the written reward just a little bit. Have them all rush in and, well, either someone will immediately run out with it, or they'll find a way in and promptly get themselves rid of. Either way, if there is some terribly horrific security system that would activate, we wouldn't be the ones in the trap.
I'd like to note, I was able to find one of the cameras. It was on his clothing.
A camera on his clothing. Anything else?
Sadly, if there was more, I could not find it.
Well, then that makes me think that we might have another problem. That could just be a staging area and not the actual bank itself. If it's that, and it's stored off-site, then I really don't know what to do.
Would
To be with that also, they've gotten us all on camera now.
Well, yeah, but we also left in peace.
with as much as I love the blood and gore aspect, wouldn't it be what's the word, prudent to find the individual who does have the so-called account number?
No, we are never going to get that from them.
Not from them, but maybe someone who does know. Maybe the people who put the bounty on us in the first place.
I don't think that they would put a bounty out on their own item. Because we're trying to acquire that. That's what their bounties were for, too. They just didn't have as much information as we did.
I thought the bounty was on your head specifically.
No.
I pointed out the bounty is on the item.
Okay.
However, the man was saying the leader of that group, through some contacts, found out that Johnny might have more information. So they were attempting to acquire more.
Okay. Again, I'm all for the blood and gore plan. The more people that die that are on our way, the less I have to deal with later. Though,
Said we want to send in a bounty hunter swarm, and maybe just through sheer brute force they'll open up a access point for us, or is there a better idea?
I would like to find who put this bounty out. That's just a personal thing of mine, but
Well, so long
I'm
as
on
we're the
board.
ones that end up with the item, I don't see how it matters.
no. It's a good thing to tell your boss, though, I would say that.
Did you say you were on board, Count?
I did,
Alright, just making sure.
and I agree you should probably update the boss at some point there.
Well, I check my signal on the wrist pad. Can I just send out a missive now?
Probably. Coruscant's riddled with receivers, transmitters,
Okay, then.
it's riddled with technology. You have plenty of signal.
Okay, then I'm gonna send a coded message that informs them of what we have currently gotten and what the plan is moving forward, unless they interject. And we'll get them like a timeline of like 30 minutes or something.
Probably about 20 minutes go by. You get a reply. It's effectively the thumbs up of you do you.
Okay.
This is not his area of expertise. This is yours. That's why he hired the three of you.
Alright. Johnny's then going to go look for a media station. Assuming Coruscant is as Coruscant does, and it's very cyberpunky down here on the floor level, there'd probably be a number of, like, media stations where various things are broadcasting stuff.
Probably easy enough. Basically one of those, like, computer cafes almost? Or are you just looking for more of a normal one with the news running? I'm just trying to get an idea of what you're exactly...
She'd be going to where a lot of screens are, and then she would be running a program to put bounty, item, location on as many as possible. I want 75 idiots to all go rushing there at the same time.
Okay, so...
Hacken's New York.
Finding an outlet.
New York Times, or not what I said. What?
It'll be like
Getting
the
near what are
roaring-
like the more heavy duty, what's the term, like transmitters and receivers, basically like what broadcasts it to screens all over right now.
Mhm.
Are you trying to keep it isolated to an area, or as many across Coruscant as you can?
Oh, all of them.
All of Coruscant.
I want chaos.
I'm gonna have to ask you to make a slice check to get into the system for that much.
All right, that's fine.
I mean, technically, he's just posting a bounty.
Bloop.
Well, he's trying to
no,
get right into the system, he said.
Yeah. Well, no, sorry. He's updating one. I think it was not posting a new
He's
one.
not getting into the bounty, he's getting into Coruscant's media.
29.
Okay, so you don't get the whole planet.
That's fine.
One short.
That's you get a good several floors and sectors. though.
Next level, 31 becomes possible.
Yup. And effectively, you link the bounty, and then you link a location. And it's a rather high bounty. You can assume someone's going to do it, of course. Where are you guys going to be waiting for this? Because it's rather simple what you did. You just broadcasted those 2 bits of information.
Well, now it sounds like as good a time as any to go and get some food. What does everybody want? Space
So
donuts.
going
We
into a
want
small
space
cafe
donuts.
nearby.
Yes. And I'm going to send my little dragonfly to keep an eye on things.
Okay, perch him up on probably in the alleyway up on one of the buildings up leadways. Outside of the shall we call it, the blast range of stuff happening, you think?
Listen, if the building starts moving, gets up, and walks away, I'll be surprised. It'll also be a very enlightening experience.
You find a little place. Find one nearby. It's only like 2 or 3 blocks off. Effectively. So not too much. You find a place called Cadro's Cafe. It's a little grungy, but it's down really low right now. It's like one of those hole on the walls restaurants, but cafes. I mean,
Get whatever you two want. I'll
Stand
pay.
just one waiter, one waitress walking around. She's a very like overworked looking chiss. At the counter, there's a Zabrak. I can't say that word very well.
Oh man, that's gonna be
Brag.
like a 500 credit tip.
It's just sitting there at the counter. He doesn't look as ragged, but he looks pretty tired. You can see back in the kitchen. It's one of those. Oddly enough, it's a Wookiee cooking.
Do they have a hairnet on?
They have a hairnet on.
Good.
It's almost a bodysuit. It's almost a bodysuit.
I
but
was
they
really
have one
hoping
on.
it was just be on their head. The rest is fine.
And okay, yeah, no, he has like the clothing, a couple like netted ones down his hand and stuff, but then he has a proper one for his hair.
Does he also have a separate
And he
weird
just
one?
looks really grumpy while he is working.
That sounds like a 500 credit to that chef because they're a fucking Wookiee and I don't want them to rip my arms off.
I will just get a sandwich. A sandwich.
She comes over to you guys pretty quick. Just, what can I get for you guys? Very like tired sigh. What can I get for you?
I'll just have a sandwich and some soup, please.
All right.
Whatever the house special would be.
Something with a lot of meat, preferably. A lot of calories is not as good.
Writes all that down. Looks over at you, Johnny.
Johnny would order, just because she's having fun at this point in
Just
time,
be vague.
some sort of like fried bread or biscuit item.
Okay, fair enough. She walks off, hands it up, puts it up on the thing, and he just looks off. He looks up from it, gives a disgruntled like growl, walks over, takes it, looks at it. Like everything about he does looks grumpy. It's kind of amusing, actually. It just slams up on one of those hooks to show he's starting on it. About 15 minutes along, you guys will get your food. Not a bad wait, considering you can see he's making it as it goes.
Johnny's just passively keeping an eye on her dragonfly.
Probably about an hour. Because do remember, this is a ways off, people have to collect things. But probably about an hour goes by before your first sign.
We are definitely those assholes in a diner just sitting there ordering refills on drinks.
Yeah.
It probably only cost you like 50 credits for everybody.
I paid
How
a 50.
good is the food?
After a certain number of refills, they'll probably add a little bit to it, but for now, you're okay.
But how good is it?
I mean, it's actually pretty well done. It's a little greasy sometimes. Or, just a little, maybe like a little overdone on occasionally, but overall, it's actually a pretty good meal.
Right.
Very homely would be a good description. But after that hour, you see a group of probably about 8 people wander into the bank. You hear a lot of loud noises. People getting angry, gun firing, and then it stops very quickly. But none of them come back out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's group
Are you
one.
just setting your wrist pad up for them to watch, basically, or like putting it on a data slot and setting it on the table?
Effectively.
Okay, so everybody can see
Let's
this.
just watch this happen.
Everybody scooting into one side of a booth.
And then kind of like seagulls, like flocks, they just start coming. You've broadcasted this to enough places with enough people.
I've killed a lot of people today.
That
And we were
have.
both on board with it.
If it makes you feel better, they're all notably like bounty hunters or some kind of mercenary or
Well,
something.
so
None of them are
am
just
I.
innocent people.
But if you
None of them are
accept
just
this one,
innocent
it's just
people.
obviously a trap. It's on you.
Well, I see there will be no
You
shorts.
probably watch what's a good 60 people start flooding this alley and into the door. The
Did they all
shit
fit?
really kicks off. And they can't all get in because you saw how small the room was. But on occasion, as they're flooding it and pushing out, you watch another body get thrown out. It's beaten up, it's bloodied, it's got some bullet holes or blaster wounds.
It's all just that one guy at the front desk doing this by himself.
You have not seen the guy at the front desk come out. That is good to know.
He's a grandmaster.
Well, as this is happening, I shall ask, are you guys doing anything?
Watching in horror
You
and
can't,
awe.
you can't see in the store itself. There were no windows, like I said.
Well, can the dragonfly move itself along a wall and peer inside a doorway?
Moving down and staying out of range.
They're not going to go anywhere dangerous.
Yeah. You can get a little bit of sight inside. You had some pretty good source materials and cameras to work with. Pretty good view. You see 2 basically combat droids working in there. You don't see the man that was sitting at the desk anywhere. But there's just 2 combat droids going to town on all these, and they're starting to look a little rattled. Excuse me. Starting to look just like a little beaten up, but nothing that'll show like real wear and tear on them. And there are just people stacked and pushed into the corner right now.
Am I getting
As they're
experience
dealing
for
with
each
more
kill?
and more flooding in. You'll find out later.
I'll find out later.
It'll be on the news.
Hey, I don't know what to tell you other than these droids are cleaning it up. They could only come in a few at a time, and, well, in close combat, these two are more than enough to mop up what comes in.
We have time and numbers.
Well, if we want to work anywhere else in the
Meg!
future, there's looks like a lot of job spots just opened up.
Yeah, Coruscant should
Make
be
a
pretty
perception
nice to
check.
work on for a while. A what?
Make a perception
Whom?
with your dragonfly.
Oh, Dragon
You.
Spy, go. It just uses my
Using
stats.
your wisdom modifiers right now.
Perception. They're all watching the screen. Can they look at it
Yeah,
too?
that's true. Everybody, yeah, that's a good point. Everybody can make one.
Yeah, good at this one.
I'm helping because I'm holding the screen in a very... Look at...
Okay,
I'm holding
one
it
of
steady.
you gets advantage. Who wants advantage?
I'll
Decide
take it.
now before you roll. Okay. James, roll. I mean, sorry,
Advantage
Dorian.
did. It doesn't matter. Advantage didn't matter anyway. I rolled 219
Okay.
plus 5, 24.
24?
21.
21?
0.
Ooh. Nope. Hmm.
Honestly, even if they go in there and end up
So-
destroying it or stealing the item, they probably have a tracking number on it within their computer sources. As soon as we can see those, I can get into that, and then we can go take it from whoever wins.
You're unsure if you actually saw it or not there, Jordan. But
Okay.
you think you saw something open, like just the edge of a door open near the edge of the desk, to the best of your knowledge. But you can't be for sure if it was that, or one of the pieces people were getting thrown around and it was one of their weapons flying up. But it was just odd enough to catch your suspicion.
Huh. That's different.
What?
Okay. It's could be my eyes tricking me or parts of people flying, but I'm pretty sure it looked like a door opened up next to the desk area.
It would be like just like to the right of where the guy was sitting.
Like directly to the right or near the right of where the guy was sitting.
Honestly, I was a little distracted by what these droids are doing. Did you see that uppercut a minute ago? That guy's head just went flying.
You did see it, and you praised it.
I did.
You wish to obtain that level of uppercut one day.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I totally saw that. Anyway. Yeah, it looked like a door opened up, but that's about all I got.
Okay, so there's probably something near the desk. Well, these guys are going to make their way in. As they move forward, and it looks like I have more chances to move it, I'm going to try to keep the dragonfly within, like, spying radius of them.
Are you
we
actually
can-
going to try and move it inside?
Not yet. They have to take down the droids first. What she just said
They're
was...
not.
Go on.
They're doing superficial damage to the droids. You're pretty good at tech. You can tell they're not actually doing anything serious to these droids.
Listen, if 40 some odd people can't take them down, I don't exactly feel confident about us three.
Well, it's
they
safe
just
to say there's 60 people are piling in, but only like 3 or 4 can get in at a time.
They can still take pot shots.
I'll say over the course of probably 40 minutes of solid slaughter and chaos.
You know, if I thought about it beforehand, I probably could have set this up to be broadcast and charged people for it. We could be so wealthy right now. I'm sorry.
Did you open this up for
It'll be on the
Marak,
news.
by the way?
For what?
Or are you keeping him in the dark of what you did?
What?
I remember you talking about, you said viewing and telling Marak updates. Was he able to see this, or was he kept in the dark about this part?
He knew the plan was going to happen, so if he...
I bet, did you give him the live feed?
I didn't want to transmit it because then it would show that it would be
Okay.
watched, and I don't know about encryption. Somebody could possibly grab that. That would be unwise.
That's fair. I was just curious. But over probably 40 minutes, people going in. At one point, you watch a guy pull a grenade as he's going in. Like, he got gut wounded on the ground, and he pulled a grenade and just was like, I'm going down. These people are going down. He killed more friends than foes. Because the droids didn't go down, but it did noticeably damage them.
So, if these droids aren't entirely beat to shit, let's grab one on our way out.
They're pretty roughed up now. Between a combination of that slowed them down, and then the rest of the people, they're still functional.
Well, I'm hoping
they're
they
still
get deactivated,
dangerous.
but not like vaporized across the wall.
Yeah, but they're not. But they're pretty roughed up. And you notice it's been like 40 minutes. No guard cop, nothing. The police force, nothing showed up.
Is that? I'm going to assume that seems odd. And I'm going.
Well,
to-
normally in a place like Coruscant, something would respond quick.
Yeah, given all the blaster fire, I think that they might have paid off the constabulary of the region to not come and investigate things around it.
Or the constabulary knows just to not go screw with it because they can handle it themselves.
Or holy fuck, that's a lot of them.
Maybe a bit of all three.
Yeah.
They're doing work. The alleyway's still pretty full. I don't think we want to move in until they go, okay, the threat in there is done, and start killing each other.
No, at the 40-minute mark is when they are wrapping up with all the people.
Wait, we're running out of mooks?
You're running out
Yeah.
of mooks.
My god.
You just condemned between everything, a couple more people showing up. You probably condemned close to the triple-digit number of people coming into this. But they stopped showing up. You get the feeling either word got around or a couple people were right that you thought this was a trap.
Quite frankly, if we kill one of those droids, I think we'll be more famous than if we actually finish this bounty.
I think you're right. Whatever the case is, I want their head. They have some good parts in them.
Yeah.
And if they're not too broken, we can see about rebuilding one whenever we get back on station. Have ourselves a nice little droid friend.
Could your dragonfly
When you-
thing?
When you guys have looked away, between the times you guys have looked up to talk, and then at one point looked back down, you notice there's a third droid in there.
The Mandalorian is not looking away.
He's out
watching
of sight
the
of the dragonfly, but you watch as the third droid comes in, and you just watch it stop and look around, shuttle back around. This isn't a combat droid, by the way. This is a cleaning droid. You can tell from what it has. It's just like trying to figure out where to prioritize. It's like having a miniature meltdown.
I want to think it's the same model droid, except instead of a blaster or sword, it has a mop.
Don't give it that much
It is.
power.
It's basically a humanoid, a bit smaller, just with a mop and a bucket on the ground.
Eric, you've given that
And then you
third
just
droid
watch
too much
visible sag of shoulders from a droid.
It has
just leans the
emotions.
mop against it. And it starts grabbing stuff and pulling them off screen from what you can see.
Carnage is done. Can you get the fly in there?
Those droids are obviously still alive, right?
Oh yeah, very much.
No.
The door is wide open.
They'll
Bugs
shoot it.
are coming. Okay.
I don't think that anything's allowed in there. Did you not see how clean the room was last time?
Well, I guess.
Besides, if you get my dragonfly shot, they'd be very cross with me. And you.
Pretty surprised that there's no one had any such EMP grenades or anything else designated towards droids.
Well, what can you say? They all came to a rallying call of, hey, go here.
They're all pretty dumb. Probably deserved it.
Maybe they didn't get enough time to use them. Or got shot the second they tried to throw them.
I'm curious to know where that droid is taking all of them.
Well, there should be enough of a trail. Who's rolling?
Is the
Don't
droid
worry
like
about it.
on the camera? Is the droid like going in, like taking bodies out of the alley and just dragging them into the building?
Meet, meet, meet.
Oh yeah. No, when it finally gets rid after probably like 20 minutes of moving, there's no more bodies left inside. You don't know where they're going because, well, viewpoint. But they're not left inside, and it's actually just starting walking outside, and then you watch his shoulders sag again as it looks around.
Time to start dragging
And
bodies.
it just turns back and stares at the other two for a second, like with the... If it had emotions on its face, it'd be the fuck, dudes.
But it looks like it's time for us to head there.
And it starts pulling bodies in.
That yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll take care of the tab, and I will pay. What'd you say? 50 for the group?
Yeah. Probably 55 after sitting there for all drinks,
Okay,
actually.
so I'll
Not expensive.
pay 1,055 credits. Half of it to the chef, half of it to the waitress. They're going on vacation.
As you turn around the corner, you see her find it, and it's just like... It's a very nice, like, very satisfied smile of just somebody who needed a lucky break, and they just got one.
That is the facial expression of someone who's going to take a shit on their boss's desk.
Well, I'll be fair. You didn't get the feeling she was unhappy, just that it was a lot of work sometimes.
Maybe not, but they still could.
Now the Zabrak will have 2 people on vacation and be even more overworked.
They'll be fine.
So, heading over there, there weren't too many in the alleyway. Most of them were inside and just kind of like shoved towards the walls in the back of the room. Actually, no, that's a lot of people. There were a lot in the alleyway.
So, passive loot. Did we see anything worthwhile?
Couple fragmentation grenades.
Yep.
You guys want some grenades?
I grabbed one.
Other than that, it's just simple blaster weapons.
I have. All right. Well, say the 2 martial guys splitting the grenades, I guess.
Probably about 3 each, I'll give you.
What they do.
That's a lot of people, man.
Yeah,
many
no,
grenades?
fair.
So how much does the grenade do?
I will have to check equipment, but I believe it's 3d6 with a range of like 30, with like 10 feet around it.
2060
DC... Huh?
2060 throw.
Yeah, I'll just give you like a 60 throw because it's a save. Not a to hit. You can throw it about 60 feet, probably about a 10-foot radius around it is what I'll give it for damage.
In the equipment, there's no stat block for fucking fragmentation grenades.
Oh, I could have sworn there was a... Maybe it was
just-
concussion.
No, they're in here. It's just, hey, here's the price of them, and then it doesn't give me a stat block. Here's how much they cost.
Okay. Well then, that's nice.
Oh no, here it is.
Anyways,
Sorry. Mind fragmentation. DC 13, and it's 3d6 kinetic, and that's the
Yep.
only thing. Or no,
I'll give you like 60-foot throw range.
I'm sorry, it's stupid. It's right here. It's 30 feet plus 5 times your strength mod, and it's 2d6 kinetic is the throw range.
I will simplify that. It's just going to be 60 feet.
All right, fair enough.
I'm just going to simplify that because that we'll get into number crunching problems there.
Okay, so 2 frag grenades. That's good.
6.
6 frag grenades. That's good. How did I turn it into 2? My brain turned off.
2 people.
Any... Nothing special, no med packs, no nothing.
They're a very good.
You get the
cleaner.
feeling they were used.
Alright.
They're a very good cleaner.
I'll give you.
So there's a ton of med packs, but they're all empty.
Make an investigation. Just a roll one. Let's see what luck you have.
I'll passively look. That's, fuck. I have to actually count. 17.
Yeah, you can find like 4 med packs that haven't been used.
How many do we
In
have on the
this.
ship again, by the way?
You had like 15 to split.
Oh,
I
okay.
took 5.
So we all had 5 on us. Okay. Not 5 grenades. 5 med
Are there any-
packs. Ooh.
Are there any noteworthy weapons?
Nothing particular, just blaster weapons for the most part.
For med packs, I'll just take 3, and then I saw that Count used 1, so he can do the other one.
All right, back to 5.
You.
So, about peacefully going into the building.
We can try.
You're trying to. So you're gonna try and peacefully go in this building.
No, I was discussing it with them.
Okay.
Distinction to be made.
I was honestly really hoping that they would just, you know, get the door open.
God, I hope there's not more droids if we break those too. If that's the plan we're going for now.
Well, if there's any luck, we can find a computer panel and I'll be fine, but...
There has to be something behind that desk. Could have sworn I saw that goddamn door.
Can I just take, like, one, like, there's no more bodies, they've been cleaned.
Well, there's still bodies. It's still in the process of cleaning. It only just got to the alleyway for grabbing them when you guys started to around the corner. And you're only about 3 or 4 blocks away.
Excuse us, cleaning droid.
It just stops.
Is-
and looks at
is
you.
May we peacefully enter the building without having this happen to us.
It doesn't seem to like you don't really get a response before it just stops and starts to go back to cleaning and grabbing stuff. Not all droids are programmed with speaking capabilities.
All right, so Gorn, idea. Pick up a body and hold it out to where you're not in danger and slightly put it through the doorway and see if it gets shot immediately.
I'm a pass.
Any other better ideas?
I'm a pass.
Oh, gee, the force power. The fuck moved them with this.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'll pick one. I'll pick a body up with. I'll pick a body.
Sorry,
a body
I
up
didn't mean to say that out loud.
I was trying to see if he would do it instead of me doing it. I'll pick a body up and hover it in front of the door a bit.
He doesn't look like the strongest of men.
Yeah, nothing happens. If you let go of it, it's just gonna on the floor and make another splatter. Which doesn't matter because it looks like the whole room that was white before is red.
Now that we have a better view into the doorway.
Excuse us.
Never mind.
May we come in? Is it safe?
You don't get any, you don't really get any replies from the droids here.
The dragonfly will alight upon your shoulder.
Could you please give us some sort of signal that it is safe to enter? Maybe stamp a foot or make some noise of any kind.
You hear the hydraulics release
All right.
as they both turn to look at you.
Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna be in much of a talking mood. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to
But
one
they're not
before they start
making
shooting.
They're not making movements towards you guys or anything. Where are you standing? Who's standing where on this door, by the way?
Oh, I didn't even go in the doorway. I've been
Okay,
shouting around.
that's why I'm asking where
We're all
everybody's
standing
Yeah,
sheepishly off to the side.
Just kind of moving out of the cleaning bot's way when it comes by, letting it do its thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Still picking up stuff off the dead bodies. Like, oh, this is cool.
Glancing inside, it doesn't look like the droids are repairing themselves or each other, do they?
Not at the moment.
So I really don't know how long it is that we've got to do this. If we think our luck's better, then she kind of glances up and down the alley and at the pink room. All of theirs, we could see if they maybe weakened them enough for us. We still don't have any kind of access code or anything. We'd have to get in there the same way everybody else would. He saw some hatch next to the desk that would be a starting point for us, but I don't think that they're going to let us see it peacefully. So, unless we think that I can get in there and disable these guys, it's combat.
I mean, if we can walk in there peacefully, we can start with that.
I'm all for you testing it.
I am not the most sturdy of people. Then again, none of us quite here appear to be.
Johnny will walk through the doorway.
I mean, a dead
Okay.
body didn't set it off.
You walk through the doorway, and they're obviously watching you, but nothing happens.
Hello,
You do
two.
notice there's a panel opened up on the wall that's just outside of what your camera could see. Maybe it's just been shoveling them in there into a chute.
Shoot.
Does
It's
it?
a-
Does whatever's in there significantly look different from everything in here, aside from, meat?
The walls are red. There's a chute going down. You can't see its end result. There's 2 droids. Sadly, the office chair looks a little busted. A lot of busted, actually.
Grenade went off. Pretty sick.
Yeah. You can tell there's like impact damage to the walls and stuff, but nothing terrible.
Just making sure there were no panels in here either.
No, make a perception as you walk. For more.
Perception.
As
You're not-
as Johanni's walked in, I'm gonna walk in as well.
Oh, I
Okay.
want to grab him. I want to
John.
grab him. I want to grab him by the shoulder before he enters. I have an idea.
Oh no.
And
We have these, right? Pointing to the grenade. So we could, tie them together and then put them at their feet, and you shoot them, or I shoot them, and they all go off.
I don't
6
think they're gonna
perception.
let us.
What?
6 perception.
Yeah, you don't notice anything else.
Didn't think so. Continue.
But
Sorry.
god damn, did these bots go to town and paint this a new color?
I'm just saying, if it's gonna happen,
It smells pretty bad.
Here,
Very
you
sweet.
can start work on tying them together, and if you can get close enough to the droids, have at it.
I wasn't gonna set it on. I was gonna throw it at him.
I don't want to risk getting Juhani killed. Our current boss might be pissed.
Who?
Our boss?
No.
The one who sent
whose
us here?
name?
I
You
didn't
mean
say
John?
his name. No.
John? Did you say Johnny?
Johnny. The boss
Okay.
might be pissed if we.
Sorry, it
get
came over mine
Johnny
a little
killed.
odd. It didn't sound like Johnny originally. That's
Poor
why I
Johnny.
was
It turned into a J somehow on her.
I don't know.
Journée.
I just wanted to make sure. It sounded a little
Yeah.
odd over mine. So I just wanted
Shit at
to
all.
make sure I understood correctly.
Is it Gani? I don't know. What is it?
Johnny!
Johnny. Okay, I can't fucking hear. But I've been hearing Matt say Johnny.
Johnny,
thought it
are you
was
okay?
Johnny.
Are you okay,
It's
Johnny?
not. Apparently, it's Johnny.
She's gonna cry.
I'll note that for the future. Wait, you're
Again.
telling me we've went almost 2 sessions and you couldn't tell I was saying Johnny?
In the first session, there was nothing but blood. Or, well, nothing but trees. In this one, there's nothing but blood. Okay? There's very different things happening. And other things have been more of an issue.
Okay, fair.
Anyway,
Just
Again,
let's
I've
go.
tied the grenades together.
back in character. Again, I don't think the boss would be too kind on us getting Johnny killed.
Well, if she's far enough away from the...
That's a small room. I think we can go in there, look around, see what we got, and then figure out how to do what we got to do. He's going to make sure his weapon is slinged and walk in.
Nothing happens.
And I'm going to.
They're
roll
just
a-
notably watching.
Oh no! I'm going to roll an investigation to see if I can find, like, not like dig around for it and make myself known, but like spot it. The door that I saw.
With the spotting bit, you'd still have to be sticking with perception.
I mean, I'm better at
Investigation,
perception
I think,
anyway.
is just like actively digging around and looking for stuff.
I'm better at perception anyway, so thanks.
That's fine.
24.
And you said you were looking for the droid?
The
Oh,
spot.
wait, the what?
The spot that I saw open during the carnage. Or,
So they're basically standing on either side of the desk right now.
mhm.
And anytime you try to get closer to around to see behind it is when they start to like actually halt, get prepped for stuff. Like behind the desk is a no-go.
Okay.
That's essentially what you can tell is labeled as personnel area.
Okay. So there's not even like a when the grenade went off, it didn't like damage anything to like it exposed it a little bit more or nothing. So I don't.
I
even
mean, it
see
might have, but you can't see behind the desk. Like when you saw it, it was behind the desk still.
Oh, okay.
You only just saw a little bit over it.
Okay.
So, I'll go in there with everything stowed away, non-hostile as well. How's that desk? Like,
It's damaged, but still standing.
how's the bottom of it?
A little rough, but connected.
Could something be slid through there?
No.
Not damaged enough for that? Nothing. No, not a hole blown in it? Okay.
No, not really. You guys probably recognize some of these panels and what they're made of now that it's not just white paint. You could tell this is the purpose of this room.
Mm-hmm.
What just happened is the purpose of this room. Maybe not for numbers like that, but
Mm-hmm.
extremely durable materials have been used.
I'd say, noticing the hostility towards the desk from where I'm at across the desk, I just want to like investigate the droids somewhat. Just looking around at them.
What are you trying to determine here?
Sort of just how beat up they are, if there's any notable weak spots.
Make a technology check.
Good, I have +1. 3.
I mean, they're made of metal and tubing and electronics. That's about all you got.
Looking like I know what's happening.
Your mechanics have been in your training and course of life. Electronics and technology have not been your area of focus.
Well, looking like I know what I'm doing and observing them.
Sunglasses.
I'll,
on.
I'll sit there and just stroke the goatee a bit. Impressive.
Do you see something?
Sorry to say that. Go ahead.
You see what?
You see something? He said impressive.
Oh no, I was just marking at the droid's build here.
Something in particular catch your eye? Can you point it out to me? Can I look at it?
I'm gonna like put my hand, point it at the top of the head, and then just lower it all the way to the floor at the feet. All of that. Yes.
So, Specifically the...
The entire thing is high quality, yes.
Oh.
Must have cost them a fortune to make these.
Does Johnny see anything in particular?
Make a technology check.
She will make a technology check.
Hearing them, I'm also going to make one. Hearing them talk.
Oh, go
is
for
he
it.
actually?
21.
What's Joran's?
19 total.
Well, yeah, you can tell. We'll start with Joran here. You can tell they're really well made. Like, obviously, you just saw what they did.
Mm-hmm.
I have to think about what they did. Wow. You can tell they're relatively beat up, but you don't have maybe like a little over half functionality in them.
Okay.
Shawnee, with yours, you can see where it's truly like there's some bad areas on them from what has happened to them. Like some of the circuitry's actually just visible through things, or a couple wires you can see that are probably important or cut or like burnt through.
These guys have been through some things. I can see why. I'm assuming that we're doing this at a distance and we're not able to relatively closely inspect them.
I mean, if you're right in front of them, as long as you haven't gone across the line, they don't care. Right in front of them's fine. It's just behind the desk and farther is no.
I'm assuming that there's no port anywhere on the front side of them.
No obvious ports, no. It's a droid for combat. You can assume that they don't like that option happening.
Well, normally.
I'd also think attempting to hack them would
Oh,
initiate
it absolutely
think
would.
protocol.
But I'm just trying to see our options here. Well, these guys aren't going to let us pass, so we have to do something.
And how big is the room again?
Small.
15 by
15 by 15 by 15. It's a cube.
Is sitting on the desk okay, or do they find that offensive?
As you start to approach the desk and put hands over it, that's when they start to activate again.
Like desk on the counter is not okay?
On the counter, like hands on the front of the counter is fine, but the farther back you go, the more they start to actually get ready.
No, just like a light sit on it, not actually crossing it. With my back towards
Nothing
them.
happens. Nothing happens.
Hmm.
But you can tell they're very much more active and ready.
And I'm just looking at the trash chute or whatever it is, body disposal.
More bodies have been going in. Like,
I
over the
wonder-
process of this, it's got most of the bodies in it. It's actually just kind of mopping now. It just seems to be smearing it more than it's making progress.
I'm assuming I see him eyeing the body pit chute. Yeah, I thought about
Probably.
that, but it might be an incinerator down there, and I
Or a
can't fly.
grinder.
You do know that's like close to triple-digit bodies that have been put down that
Mhm.
chute, and you still don't see any.
Yeah, I'm not thinking of going down there. I'm thinking they must have a lot of room down there.
Yes.
If it was just a trash chute, if we went down it, it would be stupid comfy at the bottom. But doubtful that's how that is.
I'm assuming it's an incinerator.
Same.
I'm not seeing any way out of this other than kicking something off, so I'm just gonna... And she starts to meander toward the doorway.
Yes, please. Since with my back turned to them, I'll say, yeah, I'm gonna hop off the desk with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not staying in the room.
So are you guys just heading back outside?
So do you? And when we get back outside,
Okay. Okay.
Hold on.
I guess.
Is the cleaning droid
Alright.
still going outside at any point in time?
Well, he's not going outside right now. He's trying to mop the inside.
I was
Kinda
hoping it was actually a different type
futilely.
of droid. I was gonna steal it.
Okay.
That's fine.
Hmm. Okay.
Are you
Okay.
going? Are you going to do anything inside? Because I'm outside.
Okay. So idea. Okay. So get it an angle where you can shoot inside, and
Uh-huh.
I'll chuck these around the door at them, and you shoot the grenades.
I could
And we
just
go
be
from
down
there.
the hall. I could be all the way down at the end of the alleyway and shoot it from there.
Can,
Do that.
can you see?
Remember, it's going in a building.
That's why I said at an angle that he could see through the door.
If I can see through the door down the alleyway, so I don't have to actively do anything.
I think the alleyway's small enough that we're gonna have to be on either side of
Yeah.
the doorway if we're gonna be able to see inside.
Fair enough. You want to inform Chani about how we're gonna do this? Because I'm all for it at this point.
Well, I think that she's been able to see you lot getting out a bandolier of grenades, shaking it around, and pointing at blasters.
Do keep in mind, I just want to say, you've all used these. It's like a press the button, like fill them in, activate. They have a timer.
Okay. They actually do have a timer.
Well, yeah, but that's not as awesome.
True.
It's also not as explosive. One going
Also-
off over
Also,
like
if the,
20.
also, if the timer is not long enough, they could just pick them back and chuck them at us.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
That
All
may
right.
have been in the brain.
So,
I just basically hand him my 3 and say, if you're gonna do it, I guess we're gonna do it. Just do
Oh,
it.
goddamn.
What
So
other
attaching-
option had we?
No, we don't have any.
attaching them together. Once, I'll say, I don't know what Chani's going to be doing, but
Helping.
with Gorn, was it Gorn or Gorn?
Joran, damn it. Fucking
Joran.
me up.
Yeah, sorry. So with Jordan in
Fine.
position, with Jordan in position,
Fucking goddamn.
I'll nod and wait for him to give a signal he's ready.
I just look at the desk and keep it in my memory for when he throws it, and I just hold my blaster out and leaning against the wall, and then just nod my head.
Rest in peace, desk.
All right,
Right at the
throw
desk.
it in. Throw it in.
As soon as he throws it in, I'm gonna
Throw and roll to hit. I mean, it's not a
Yeah.
hard hit, but you could mess up.
Yeah.
They get
If they're
stuck
all
on the
on-
doorway. Activate. We scream.
Well, I rolled an 18 on the die. Am I adding anything to it?
Oh no, not you. Him to shoot it.
Oh,
It's really hard to fuck up an underhand toss into a doorway.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of just chucking it in and then get back around the corner so I don't get caught in the blast.
I don't think concussive or fragmentation work on the volume problem. But anyways,
Dirty 20.
that's definitely enough. So I'm trying to decide who I make roll this for
Clean the
damage. I'll
can
let
roll-
Robert roll him since he underhand tossed him in. Since he's the one who tossed him in, he gets to roll the grenade damage. So there were 6 grenades, 2d6 each, 12d6.
So many
3d6.
grenades!
No, I did look him up. They are 2d6.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. And you threw all 6 in, correct?
Yeah. Tied together. Boom.
They both failed.
All right, so 12d6 coming up.
Yeah.
Let me get my brown and white dice. They like 6. Okay, so
Oh, this is dumb.
I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna write these down in order so I keep track of this correctly.
You know, I can safely say this is not how I expected this to go.
I can't hack, but I can't touch. Honestly, I don't think you really want me stealing these droids. That said, give me an option. Just give me one opportunity.
Oh.
Oh.
65.
Boom.
Holy shit.
12d6, he got half.
No. 12d6, he did 65 damage. That's 72
No, you're right.
damage. at
My
max.
brain somehow turned that into 120. I'm not good for math today. It's not in any
That's
way
why I
near.
had to
So
put
even
mine-
down the alleyways, and like, Joran, as soon as you fired, you hit the ground and was moving. Because you knew this is a lot of explosions.
Yeah, no, weapon expert. I went, nope, fuck that.
Like, it probably knocks your ass. It probably knocks you flat on your ass and you stumble and slide some, because the ground is really slick right now.
Yeah, fucking of course. Yeah, totally, 100%.
You guys
even
feel
do a
it.
test save.
Yeah, you guys feel it at the end of the alleyway that you've retreated to.
It probably messes up Cheney's hair.
The door is off the hinges. The door's gone. Like, it's lodged in the wall across.
Are my sunglasses
Pieces
okay?
of the... Your sunglasses are fine as long as they were on.
All right then.
Pieces of the door frame are busted and falling out now. But that's all you can tell from here.
I'll wait for the guy with the big rifle to say it's clear to go in since he can see him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, after the explosion goes off, I'm just gonna turn around and look and hope there isn't a fucking Terminator-esque looking motherfucking thing waiting for me.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, the room was made of durable stuff. The pots were made of durable stuff. Hell, the cleaning jug was made of durable stuff. But there's
What?
durable,
And indestructible.
and then there's what just happened. This room is ruined. Those bots are trashed. Like, they were slammed into the wall, pieces are broken, missing, limbs have disconnected, head has rolled off of one, chest plates have been busted and cracked open, sparks are flying, oil's leaking on the ground. All the bots, cleaning bot included, are ruined. The desk has like 3/4 of it blown across and splat and spread across behind it.
See, there's nothing in the room still. I'm gonna go, if we're gonna do it, we do it now.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Entering back into the room.
I'm first one in because I'm going in first.
He's
Well, it's not exactly bloody everywhere anymore.
No, it's just hot as fuck.
all right.
Probably a little bit.
All right, Jorn. Where was that door at?
Over there, right behind the desk on the right side.
Lightsaber.
While they're doing this, do I see any salvageable droid parts?
Just a head. Instead of
Make a
rolled off.
technology thing.
A technology thing?
Just to see like what's worth grabbing right now.
Well,
Salvageable.
I also know I have all my other tech somewhere else. Tech,
Oh, yeah.
tech, roll. That's a 19.
I'm lightsabering the door.
No, you could probably get some decent circuits, small cable, high-end fiber optic cable things,
Okay.
multitude.
I'm
Not,
gonna...
not too much, but a couple of variety.
Okay, so some decent parts is what I get from this, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm also going to take some of this fiber optic cable and kind of loop it into a belt thing. And then I'm going to hand that to... name... Joran. Just like, here, wear this.
Okay. Puts it on, ties it on.
Now we have a droid head.
How's cutting the door open going?
Oh, I was gonna tell you, there's not even really like a check or anything needed, because the panel that he saw tip of was caught in the explosion, and guess what was rumpled and curled was part of it.
Oh,
So you have it, you grab it, you could just cut it open the rest of the way,
works for me.
and it's just a step ladder down. Ladder down into a room that's lit up, and it's not damaged to or anything really.
Well, he
think
found
there's more
something.
to-
I hope there's not more down there.
That's what I was just thinking, unfortunately. Got any more grenades?
No.
Are you heading down?
Hmm.
Are we all heading down?
You going down?
No.
Or what?
Going down. We're doing
Right
this
behind
quick,
him.
I guess.
Yeah, right behind him.
Johnny will go down, and as she does, she's on the lookout for a goddamn access panel.
Oh, can I,
Let me in.
Going down. Going down. Shield ready.
right here, can I call a quick, like,
Oh.
small break real quick? I gotta use the restroom.
Yeah, we'll have a quick break for this.
Bio break.
Thank you very much.
That's fine. Everybody's gonna walk away. I don't have any music play in the downtime,
Sorry.
so I'll just, I'll
That
just.
thing's really similar to me. No one seems to expect the random shit I come with.
Well, I don't know if he was expecting me
No.
to send a barrage of bodies at the place.
No. I expected Robert's move. I didn't expect your move.
Which allowed my move because it gave me grenades.
Oh.
Whoever.
By the way, if we were calculating experience, you guys got close to 100,000 experience.
Out of
But
curiosity,
we're not doing give you experience.
Curiosity, what CR were those?
Well, they're all roughly ranging from CR 1/4 to CR 4s.
Oh no, I meant the big droids.
Oh, the big droids?
Yeah, not the slaughter.
Maybe CR. Yeah, they were CR 6s.
Ah, yes.
You weren't supposed to fight them.
Well, we didn't.
You did it.
I wouldn't call it a fight.
I applaud your creative. I applaud the creative solution.
I get
I'm gonna go to the bathroom as well.
to sit here and chat for a while because, recording things. Otherwise, there would just be a big lump of silence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it might be a little awkward. I'm just. I had a moment of what have I done? What have I allowed? When I realized afterwards what you just asked to do with the broadcast.
I made a character
But
to
I
make
did
use
it-
of the future.
But I didn't have a good reason to say no. So it happened. Technology, folks.
Tee.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Hey, James is back. I'm going to walk away. Y'all vamp for just a little bit. I'm going to go refill my drink.
Oh, shit. What the fuck did we just do? Thank you. Oh my god. So how you doing, Dylan? I can see you're in chat. Is anybody else still here? Matt? Robert? Am I alone? No? You gotta take it that Matt walked away as well.
Okay, I'm back. Did everybody come back already?
Eric stepped away, but I'm back.
Okay.
And I'm back.
Okay.
He went to go refill his drink as soon as I got back.
This.
Matt,
Yeah.
these brown and white dice. They're
Oh,
beautiful.
I know.
They're beautiful.
I know.
For
I've
D6.
I've seen them use them in front of me. They do that.
But yeah, as a just a quick thing. Electro-stun grenades do a D6 on a failed damage on a failed save with a DC 13 dex save. Fragmentation grenades are the same dex save, but 2d6 kinetic damage. Gas grenades are... Where the fuck? 13 con save or a D8 poison.
Okay.
Ion grenades are 2d4 ion damage.
Which basically only affects droids.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Or electronics.
Yeah, I mean, it'll hurt everything. It just affects the other things more, from what I understand. In this, anyway.
Oh, I thought the ion things only affected electronics.
They affect
Each
them more.
creature, each creature
Okay.
within 10 foot,
Cool.
within 10 feet must make a DC 13. A creature takes 2d4 on a failed save or happens on a successful one. Any
Fair.
electronics in the blast radius are
Take
disabled.
double. Okay.
No, they're
That's
just-
fair. I've been associating ion with EMP, so I just assumed it didn't hurt organics. But that's good to know for the
I mean, if you have a freaking specified EMP and you just blast somebody with it, I think it's gonna still hurt a little bit.
possibly,
Maybe
but
just a little.
yeah, fair enough. I was just it's how it was working in
Oh
my
yeah,
head.
no, I understand. I completely understand. If that's how you still want to run it, I don't care. I'm just saying.
You made a good point. That's a lot of concentrated energy.
Yeah. It's basically like firing a how I remember Ion from like all the games and everything. It's basically like firing an electrostatic bolt of energy. Like how do I fucking word this?
No, I get it.
It's literally just charged particles.
Yeah. And then it just hits things and it does electric damage.
Fair enough. So,
We all back?
are we ready to go back into it?
Yeah, we're climbing down a thing. I'm done. I have my wife making.
All right.
Break is over.
Climbing down into this,
second.
down the ladder, it's probably about 20 foot down.
Okay.
Which is why, when you get down there, the ceiling's not damaged, because that means there's a good rough 10 feet of padding between
Mhm.
what you guys just did and down here.
And there's just another room.
And what's down here?
This is where it starts to open up. It's clean, but it's not like the pristine presenting of OCD clean.
Yeah.
And this is where you can actually see a proper desk and work setup. And guess who you see sitting at the desk with a computer and going through an actual paper ledger as well? The human, who you never found anything about. Just looks up to this and says, "Oh. You guys can't be down here."
Trank Tart.
Roll.
You say train dart?
I said Trank Tart.
He did. Roll your sleep stuff. Do what you need to. What do I need to do here? Or is it? Oh, it's effectively the sleep spells.
Well, it's a 2-hit in this one. And if I hit, he's getting shoved sleepy goo in him. It's not a magical sleep. It's a science
What's
sleep.
the hit?
Well, let me roll it. That is a... 22.
I was going to say, is it in the double digits?
Yes.
Because yes.
Let me get all my die out. Actually, no, fuck it. This is too many. I'm using my fucking phone.
Oh my god, how many are you rolling?
Enough.
No, literally, just how many are you rolling?
Well, it's 5d8, but
He hits the ground.
yeah.
He just, you guys can't be in here. And then his face hits the desk.
I feel like he had a total of 4 hit points.
There's your computer. Get to it.
I pat him. And then I get on the computer.
Do you just like roll up out of his seat?
Well, I take his rolly chair. Is it a rolly chair? Please, is it a rolly chair?
It's a rolly chair.
I just moved
Yeah.
it.
It's a rolly chair. Okay. Sitting on the desk is the ledger. There's like an actual like paper ledger where you can see where it's notations of account numbers.
I tossed
you
that
think are
for the other
names.
people to look at.
Okay,
I need to get onto here, make sure there's not an alarm going off, see about friend or foe parameters, everything.
go. Slicer check.
I'm just,
I
unless-
pick this die.
unless
You have
the Jedi over there grabs the book, I'm gonna grab it up and just like look at it and read it.
It just seems to be dates where things have been opened and closed. Not what has been taken in and out, but days that has been opened and closed in which account.
Okay.
27.
Okay, going through, you can see that there was like an alert for up top. What you can assume was up top, because you've been watching.
Go ahead and turn that off.
But nothing went off down here. You get the feeling he didn't get time, because he looked up and says, "You can't," and then he hit the desk. That's it. So no alarms going off right now.
All right, let's find the thing.
Well, I you guys have a paper ledger, I'm doing my own thing.
You can see where some accounts have been closed out and some new ones have been opened.
What can we find looking around the room while he's reading the paper and she's on the computer?
Make a... Are you actually walking around and looking?
Yep.
Investigation.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually set down the book and start doing the investigation as well.
Okay. Investigations
So,
from you.
Take the help action.
Oh, help action.
All right. Let's see, we got a 15, and that's less. So 15.
No bonuses?
That is the
Or
total.
is that with... Oh.
That is the total.
Were you looking for anything in particular, I should say? Or just off, or what's around?
Often what's around.
Not too terribly much here. You find what you could assume is the vault door on a far end of the room. But, it's pretty well cut and solid. Shut and solid. No real access panel on it. No, it's not that you can see. Nothing much around the room. You see some actual cameras this time.
Speaking of cameras, cameras are among the things that I'm going to be checking, seeing if there's anything of terrible note. But looking at the security protocols, locked doors, droid things, all those stuff. Here's what I'm trying to find.
Erase the camera footage if you can as well.
Yeah. I got it.
Are you going through camera footage or just erasing it?
Well, assuming that there's nothing on here saying that anything below has been accessed and nothing got through here, we shouldn't really need to go through anything from up top. So, while she's cycling through there, unless she happens to see like a big vault area or like an amassed army of battle droids just sitting there waiting, or something really, really interesting as she kind of cycles through them, then there's not too much to worry about there.
The one thing of interesting you note is the door has been open since what you started up top has been done. Open and closed.
What door?
But
Can you
nothing
open it?
interesting. The
Can
vault
you-
door.
Can you open this big vault, or should I start doing it?
I think it's on here somewhere. Just let me cycle through all the things. Do I have anything for droids? Or
The only thing you have for
automated
droids are
defense
offline.
systems?
There's some for the door if it's opened with an unauthorized. Or open in the wrong way, essentially, from what you can tell. There are some in the door.
Okay, then she's going to turn
vault
those off.
Okay, I figured.
When I hear like clicking or any like mechanical noises,
You don't really hear anything wearing down. You can assume they're off unless activated.
Not seeing any additional trap things there, then she's going to open the door.
Well, there were a lot of trap things, but you got them all.
Yeah. Then she's going to open the door and
Opening the door will take its own check because you can tell it's randomized every so often.
That's fun. It's got a passcode.
Hmm.
And then if she can find the location of the thing that we're looking for in this thing, that she'd be going for that before opening the door.
I'm just basically going to be sitting in front of the desk with my gun aimed, my blaster rifle aimed down the hallway, just ready for if anything's gonna come down that fucking ladder.
Fair. Make a check
go
for the
ahead.
door.
Door check.
Let's go ahead and get rid of those cameras too.
27.
He did. Okay, so you get the number in. It takes a couple moments, like probably 4 or 5 minutes, because it's pretty good setup. But you get in. It does ask for an eye scan.
Take Stimpy over here and just hold him up against the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, easy enough. It goes off.
Just roll them on over.
I'm picturing this and it's hilarious. And here's some heavy, like, guess what some heavy metal bars and locks are, just ting ting tung ting ting tung.
I'm guessing there are other
And
things in
it's-
here which aren't technically on the bounty, though we were told we could grab whatever we wanted. Just be careful. I don't see any additional traps, but they could be per unit.
We'll figure that out when we're in there.
You don't have any actual logs of what's in the items, I will say. What's in the boxes or not. They don't seem to keep records of what's in the boxes, only who has the box and which one it is.
Well, we have a what and not a whom, so...
Yep.
Does it look like she could
But-
hack into these as well?
The boxes?
Yes.
Walking in there, it'll be very odd, but the boxes have actual keys. As the doors slowly chink open.
It's okay, I have a
And
security
it's just
kit
like
too.
a large, maybe like 40-foot radius room. That's roughly circular with just drawers lining up all the way up. Probably a good 20 feet. And all the way around with just like a ladder that can swivel around. It's surprisingly old tech and fashion for such a...
Do you think the individuals that would actually have it have the keys, or
I pat Stimpy.
Mr. Dreamland over there?
Make an investigation check.
Investigation, go.
Stimpy.
That's 14.
You don't find anything on Stimpy.
He's got nothing.
You sure about that?
She shrugs.
As I pat him down. Quick.
Well, I've got a lightsaber, and we'll start going through these one by one.
19
I
total.
have a security kit. I can... Okay, but do whatever you want. I'm not
Okay.
gonna argue with the guy with the
19
light sword.
total. You don't find it on him, but you had a consideration. He was sitting at a desk.
It's in the drawers.
Yeah.
So you go through the drawers.
The
Drawers.
The door.
Shush, shush. You go through the drawers.
That are
Well,
actually doors.
opening up one of them, you just find a set of key rings, but each one's just loaded with keys. You can guess there's one for each box.
What are drawers? What are
Uh,
drawers but desk doors?
So I pick up like the sets of key rings and just go jingle, jingle, jingle. Do we really want to
This
take
is
the
like-
time?
Yeah.
You start on one.
Right.
You start on one side. I'll start on the other, and I just start lightsabering locks off.
Yeah, I'll use my security kit and not... and hope that it's not over there.
Like I'm not cutting through like the actual door itself, but just like any hinges or what would actually like let it just come off. I'm just hold it straight up against the wall and just walk across to just as many as he can take out.
Because you know
Make-
what? You gave me keys. I'm
Make a
gonna start
dexterity
trying
check
keys.
to like keep this right.
Because you gave me keys, I'm gonna start trying keys on like the back, like whatever other ones they're not fucking with.
19.
It works. Okay. Roll me a d20, James. I want to see how lucky your character is. I want to see how lucky Joran is.
How many of these did I get
14.
open with this?
So, this is a large, like I said, about, I think, 30-foot radius room. 40-foot radius room in my notes. Sorry. So just walking along, you're taking it kind of slow so you don't mess it up. And, well, you get through probably like a third of the way around the room and you get the first 3 rows done. Because your method's fairly quick. You go through a couple of keys as Joran, and you start opening boxes. It only takes a couple of tries on most of them. You do get to one that just takes like a full 5 minutes of just click, click.
Not that key. Not that key.
No.
Testing my patience.
Can I just open everything and just dump what's in there on the floor? Cautious. I say dump, but I mean just one at a time. Take things, set things on the floor. So they're
Wording,
not,
my dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take things out one at a time and set them on the floor so they're not broken.
Can I ask what Johnny is doing right now?
I have a security kit. I can open boxes.
They're going.
Where are
through
you
one-
starting?
Well,
They're starting on the either side of the door on the bottom. Where are you starting?
Center, middle, back.
I like the idea that they're over there doing one at a time on each side, and I just have a whole side open already. Just
Make an intelligence check, by the way, Eric,
All right.
for Johnny.
That's a 16.
Remember, you watched the video
Yeah.
of it being put in a box.
Oh, I had video. You're right. Did I see where?
You did.
Oh. Then I'm gonna go over there.
did I cut it open?
Wheeling it
already?
around. Huh?
Is it one of the ones I cut open already?
Nope, wheeling it around to just off to the right, off center. Off to the right, just off center.
Just
towards the
about
top.
where I thought it was.
Yeah, you were starting pretty close. Towards the top, maybe 4 rows down. You recognize that you think this is the one from what the angle you saw.
Security check.
Yep.
Roll it. 20.
20. Okay. Fiddling with it. Something does catch your eye. There's a panel on the ceiling gone above. As you open the lock, you pull open an empty drawer with a note.
Does it just say haha?
It does say haha. And then there's a loose cartoon drawing of something sticking its tongue out and pulling its item. Its height.
You, magic
in
man.
this stuff?
Can you upward jump?
What's in the stuff that before that? What's in the stuff that we opened?
Oh dear. There are all kinds of things in what you guys have opened. You see everything from blackmail material to raw credit storage, what you can assume, to rare crystals, and you actually recognize a few of these crystals that could be used in like lightsabers.
Taking them.
You find a couple of like old-timey like metallic swords, probably like when they forged swords and weapons.
I'll take those as well.
Okay. There's just you can't take all of them, dude. There's a lot of stuff that you
As
guys
soon
have
as the
opened
time
up.
dilation ends, Dragonfly's
I can
going
give him
directly
some
up the area.
I can
Yep.
give our other bounty hunter there some swords.
Couple like unique engraved things, like pistols and stuff like that have been like, you know how they put designer looks on a pistol and then like engrave something on the side. There's like that, but with a variety of weapons. You're not sure why they were down here. You can probably guess to keep them safe while something was going down. There's a vast variety to the items.
Okay, so how many lightsaber crystals? That I'm just gonna.
I'd give you
I
like
just gonna-
4.
All right. And do I feel the force coming out of any of these swords at all? Can I do a check for that?
Make a wisdom check. No, excuse me. Make a perception. And Eric, you can fly up. Watching your dragonfly fly up,
2, 3.
looking through its eyes. We'll get back to that. Flying up this vent, you can tell it's a very tight fit. Like, you would question if you could get through here. Following it through, it seems to go through and up into a building on the next street. Into what just seems to be like a more general store up and under one of the shelves.
Dragonfly is on the hunt because if the panel's still missing, it means that the employee dude hasn't been in here since it was taken, so it's probably recently acquired and they left in a hurry.
What are you looking for? Like, how are you trying to find something?
Anyone walking away from this area, and if it happens to see a crystal of any kind, or like someone carrying a box of any kind, is what it's going for.
Make a. This almost isn't survival either. This would probably be a perception, but I'll put it at disadvantage because you're in a general store where there are a decent number, like a couple of people wandering around, and it exits out onto a decently busy street.
While he's rolling that, can I ask if I found a couple specific things?
Dragon's Breath,
You can ask, and I will debate.
Okay. 2 things. Because I'm stupid. Either a wrist launcher or an assault cannon.
No assault cannons.
Fair.
Or any-
Fucking fair.
I mean, they could have been in my pile.
No, they weren't in your pile. A wrist launcher. Not really a wrist launcher. That's not something that's really terribly hard to acquire or something worth hiding.
Yeah.
Unless something very illegal or a modification has been done and you don't really come across it.
Fair enough.
Dragonfly got double
to
18s,
count.
so double 20s.
Damn. Okay, count. No. None of them
23.
register with the force. I know what you asked for. No.
Nothing in
Not
the
yet.
nothing in the room. Nothing in the room has force at all.
Not besides the crystals, really.
Okay. And yes,
And
yes,
they don't really have force so much as they click and you register them.
Yes. And yes, you know what I was looking for there.
20 at even then. Let me roll something. I mean, you're looking around, and there's a number of people who could fit the description because they're leaving the store and they're walking away from things, but none of them register very well.
Apparently there's a panel up there connected with a nearby store. It looks like they probably left in a hurry, and they have our thing.
Do any of these swords look dex-based? Because I'll take that. I'll take one of those, and then that'll be it.
Yeah. You can grab a short sword.
I'll take whatever credit things I find and just go from there.
Cameras off, our evidence is erased, we need to go.
Yeah. I'm taking whatever credits there is, and I'm leaving.
Physical credits, you could probably carry
Same.
an extra 1,500 each.
Alright.
All right. Through the grate or through the door?
Well, the grate's really high up, so I'm gonna go all the way around, because I can't fly.
Should be noted. You can see the exit way. It'd be questionable if Chani could get through there, let alone you two.
Fair enough.
Alright.
All right.
Exiting, I assume Yuki said you wiped cameras as you went.
Yep. Lead the way, Johnny. You know where to go.
She's going!
You, yeah. You just exit. You go back up through. The walls are still kind of. You know what this looks like. And you start leaving quickly because it's occurred to you. This feed cut off to somebody.
We know.
Hurry on out. Start getting in. What are you doing? Where are you going? How are you going about now?
Could your fly take pictures of people?
That's an
No, they look like
excellent
anything
question.
specific?
Your fly probably could if you wanted to.
It probably can, yeah.
Did you take pictures of what you saw?
Well, I didn't see them. That's the problem. By the time I got the thing open, they were already. I don't know what they look like because I didn't see them. We need to find someone leaving, or someone with a box or something. Anything.
Quickly, back to the train before it leaves. That's probably the easiest place to get out of here quickly and inconspicuously.
Honestly, I'm inclined to agree. Run.
Let's make this fun. Let's make an athletics for acrobatics to run through the crowds.
Yay!
And get there on time.
Can I give myself advantage by like turning on the proper crosswalks as we go near them?
I will let you do that to give you guys advantage. Yes, that's a
Yay.
really good idea.
It's all I got. I'm sorry. If it was a skill
You
check,
all
I
have
would have done
advantage.
that instead of rolling.
No. That advantage is very helpful.
Not for
Yeah,
me.
It would have been for me because I rolled a nat 1 before you said I had advantage.
So did I.
Jesus.
I got a 16, but I can bonus action dash if that matters.
I'm bumped up from a 1 to a 24.
Okay, and Joran?
24 as well.
So, thanks to bonus action dash, this does save you.
Dex characters.
You all make it in a really, really short time and just barrel through security, over people, and knocking some people out of the way. Slipping through, and you just get to the doors as they hiss shut, and you all have staggered onto the train.
Listen here, TSA. I don't care if my bic's too big. It's going on here.
Haven't had that much cardio in a while.
Just
Should
real
be noted,
quick.
you guys ran quick enough. You don't know where this is going.
Yeah, real quick. Hope against hope. Does it look like anyone reacted to us as we come in here, other than, oh my god, a bunch of lab
Why are
rats?
3 heavily armored people barreling into this train?
Yeah, surprise of, oh,
Make an insight.
people are doing weird things, and my god, they're actually after me, are slightly different, and are conveyed slightly different. I wish
Make
I had
an
a
insight.
wisdom character, god damn it, where's Callus?
Oh,
Currently on an island.
Eh.
In a
I thought we were
different
going to
underground
be late.
area.
I thought we were going to be late. I'm glad we made it. We
Nice.
almost spent too long at the sandwich shop.
19.
Well, now you have to make a deception.
I am very good at that.
19.
Yeah. Insight, come on.
You see registering looks of surprise, concern, and a little bit of shadiness.
25.
Writing out, but none of them give you the exact feeling of, they buy it by the way, none of them give you the feeling of you specifically are the problem. Just
Man,
more of
that's
that's heavily armored people. They're worried they might have done something, or concerned because they know they made some people mad, maybe.
What was the name of that shop again?
That shop was, I don't know, I didn't write it down.
Hey, what's this proper noun you came up with on the whim a few minutes ago?
Yeah, yeah.
I will bolsterously recommend that shop to other people as it was delicious and had
Fair.
very nice service.
Fair. A couple of people actually listened and nod. One of them is like, hey, I've been there. It was delicious. I agree.
I'm on the lookout.
For?
Anyone carrying boxes that look weird, like not briefcases or anything like anyone
Perception.
carrying like weird boxes.
Perception. Oh, Kadra's Cafe, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Sorry, cafe was not one of the things.
Dirty 20. Goddamn. Choking on food.
Uh,
I tried to write that down, and it tried to autocorrect it to Comrade Cafe.
looking around. Trying to think of who could have see. You would. There's some odd packaging, but most of it's bags that you can see into. Only a couple people have boxes of varying sizes.
Specifically, anyone small enough that could fit through that fucking hole.
Maybe one person. But she's carrying a box, and then at her feet are a couple bags with groceries in them.
Yeah, they're
Question.
about to have a bad day.
Were we actually shown a picture of it or anything?
No, not unless Johnny did.
Well, I only know what I was very briefly described of a week ago, and I don't remember Arik, because I'm an idiot.
It was just a small holocron you got a totally fleeting glance of, if that gives you a description.
Okay, so
You recognized what it was.
We were told it was a holocron, but I mean, we didn't get any other stuff.
did
To
it?
Chani.
Would Johnny know that that's a Force thing? And we have a Force man here who was
That is.
looking at Force things. Can I do that in any way, shape, or form without metaing?
Make a lore check. I'll let you do that.
What lore check? History check?
No, it's just there's no history anymore. It's just lore for this one.
So yeah, history check. Gotcha.
It's an intelligence.
Intelligence roll.
That's 24.
Yeah, you could easily connect the dots. It was mostly it was cube shaped, if that would help.
Now again, we are after a holocron of something. That's normally with those people who wield the scary plasma swords.
Oh, yes.
There's a small person over there with a strange looking box attached to him. I don't know what it is.
With my sunglasses still on, I'll go. Is there a seat across from them or near them anywhere?
There's one right next to him.
Yeah, sure. I'll go. I'll take a seat. I'll take a seat next to them.
So she's kind of head down, staring at the box, randomly looking over, and then realizing she's looking, and then jerking her head back down.
I'm not even gonna directly look at her. I'm just gonna sit there, put one leg up, lean back a bit, put my arms in my lap, and
Perception for the Force.
and close my eyes and feel what's around me.
Go for it.
16 with my perception, 21.
Nothing comes up. I should say this. You'll know this. I'm giving you you're sensing the Force. For the most part, it's just roughly 60 feet out from you. Can you sense the Force right now? And the answer is no. You can sense what maybe some people that might be a bit better at it, but it's not enough to register for they can do this or that, but nothing that would come up like a crystal, like a holocron.
Are there other seats for Jorn and Chani to sit down over here?
I mean, if they wanted to, there'd be a little smattering seats around here and there. All within a couple feet.
Chani, I'm not really feeling it here.
Damn it.
So what now, Johnny?
Did that dossier that you guys were supposed to look at have anything about this at all?
I still have it.
Oh.
Here.
Well, does it?
Here, I don't know.
What are you looking for particularly here? That'll help me give you what you need.
Well, we are looking for information on this holocron technically right now. But if she sees anything of particular note, since we're, locked on a train at the moment.
You note a few. We'll start with some random interesting bits. You do note a few things that might catch your eye, such as what seem to be names you recognize as inventors, programmers, designers depositing there. Might catch your interest for later, but remember I said these are only names, account number, and box. They aren't what's in them. The crystal itself, the only thing worthy of note is the timestamp date it was deposited is the same as the video.
And
That was the day that particular account was opened.
What's the name on the box deposit for that?
The name on the box depositors is Hagris. Hagris. That's the only thing put down.
Well, I'm sure that they would make something of this dossier itself, but a lot of the stuff back there was kind of unimportant, realistically. Maybe some blackmail-y things. If you happen to know where it came from, you could sell that for information, but I don't have a way to detect it.
I mean, if you want me to go cart by cart in this train,
Well, but how much more train is there? Is it not just this one area?
There's probably a couple of cars on each one.
Would any of it be outside of his range of...
Maybe some of the far-reaching ones, because you're at far-reaching ends of the outside cars, because you guys are in the mid-wing area.
If you want to check, by all means. If I think we're out of
No
range
point
for
in-
my fly at this point.
no point in not.
Did your fly not come back to you?
No, it would have. But I can't just, like,
Oh.
send it out the train, because I don't know, like, the level of speed. This is far future. It might just be zipping the fuck along.
It's fairly quick.
I don't know. I'll start at the end of the cart and go. I'll start at the towards the front of the train and go cart by cart.
Just working off the roll you got earlier. Nothing really pops up to you that's like, hey, here's a holocron.
Getting back to them, I've come to two conclusions. Either they're really good and they can hide it, or we're on the wrong train.
Would someone hiding it be... Is that something that you could tell us what to look for at all? Or is that something that we wouldn't know?
If they're hiding specifically it, they're probably hiding everything else along themselves. And also, if they can hide it that good, that's also probably an issue.
You know it's possible to hide yourself from force sensing.
Then it doesn't make him make a weird facial expression I can try to find. You're holding your tongue sideways. Jack Hughes.
Quite generally, they just meditate.
Anybody taking a nap?
They tend to be rather calm.
I mean, you're effectively on a subway. Yeah, there's a couple people taking a nap.
Shit.
All right, well, let's go sit back to that short woman that we were all probably scaring.
I mean, you're the only one who walked over to her. I just saw her.
I mean, no, you all scared her. You all barreled into the train with
Fair.
heavily armored.
Fair.
I'll go sit back down next to her.
She looks just as nervous.
So, Johnny, aside
Ma'am.
from brute forcing it, I don't think we're gonna find what we want here, of all places.
Hey, Joran, can I see the droid head? I'm gonna make something of this mess.
Sure.
Ma'am, are you
unties it and
okay?
hands it to her.
Is this dude the one lady next to you?
Yep.
She's like steadfastly refusing to meet your eye and like is trying to avoid talking. Like you can tell she's just doesn't want to interact. She's afraid of what'll happen.
I'm sorry if we startled you earlier with a hasty entrance. We just didn't want to be late to our train here. It's understandable
fine.
for you to be visibly shaken at us, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Everything will be fine.
It's okay. Oh look, this is my stop as the train comes to a stop, grabs her groceries and box and goes.
Can I make an insight check?
You can make an insight check.
16.
It's
What's
not
the
her
first one?
stop. It's not her stop.
Yeah, depending on what his next words are, determine what my next words are.
Train stopped. She's getting off. Should we follow? I don't think this was her stop.
You think she has a thing?
I have no idea.
Train talk.
In public?
It's very quiet.
Make a sleight of hand to be subtle with
A
that,
sleight
please.
of hand. Oh no, however can I possibly do something like 23?
Okay, make your attack roll. With advantage, because she's not expecting it. This counts as surprise for her.
I have a question. Do we all three have max dex?
24.
Yes.
No.
No.
You hit her. Again. She's just walking with her groceries in a box, and it just it hits the ground.
Wait. Can I? I'd like to. I'd like to force catch her so she doesn't just face into the ground.
Yeah, you can force catch her in her stuff so she doesn't smash everything.
Oh.
Although she does get a lot of odd looks as she slowly falls.
Ma'am, are you okay?
She's not responding. She's out cold.
This woman has fainted. Is there a doctor in the house?
They all just kind of skid around because you're three heavily armored people surrounding a woman who just passed out for no reason.
Do we see the holocron?
You do not. The box isn't open, but you also don't see the holocron.
Put them horizontally on a couple chairs.
Well, she's getting off the train. I suppose we have to take her to the nearest medical station.
Yeah, we probably should, actually. Seeing as no one wants to help a poor woman who fell down.
I'll pick the body up. Grab her things. Let's get her somewhere where we can get her proper help.
Hip.
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay. Okay. One of you can easily carry her, and the other one can carry her stuff. No problem. Finding just a small medic
alley?
station essentially to find her. Oh, you're going to a back alley?
We gotta look through her
Okay,
stuff.
find a
We'll
back
take-
alley out of the
we'll take
way. People aren't really
we'll take a
looking
beat.
down towards you.
We'll take
Only
a
takes a
detour
couple of
down the
minutes.
back alley.
Only takes a couple of minutes, but yeah, you find one.
All right, look through her stuff.
Looking through the bags, opening the box. The box was just packed. It had a small glass trinket in it.
It's not a hologram,
It
is
was
it?
just
I
packed
touch.
papered. It's not a hologram. It's like a small glass figurine.
Damn it.
The rest are just groceries. This lady didn't have it. You guys just scared her, and she was trying to get away.
Can we just leave a note on her? Can we just leave a note that says "Return to Sender"?
I'd say just either throw her in the medical place or put her on another train and send her on her way.
Just put her on a bench, lean her on it, she'll be fine. Give her 50 credits. She can get back whatever people steal, as long as it's not the credits, and she'll be fine.
All right.
Agreed.
I'll take the hit.
Did you find anything of importance in the Book of People? I couldn't make heads or tails of it.
Not for our purposes.
I don't like failing missions.
Any chance we could get back to the train before it leaves?
No,
Well, I don't.
train's probably already
I
gone.
don't see a reason for us to continue on with the train tracks as that were. As a matter of fact, where are we?
That is
Probably a couple sectors over, and maybe a floor up.
We somehow ended up right outside a Sentinel base, and we're all just screwed. Oh, no.
new idea.
Oh.
All right. So, Chani,
Hmm.
can you get back into a system and possibly see any people that are potentially smuggling, anything sketchy for leaving in and out?
You mean marked individuals that have recently came on world? They might have a directory for them. I imagine they'd be under some pretty high security, but I can probably manage it.
I figure if someone's gone through all of that unnoticed or making a fool of us, having us be the distraction, they're probably well known as either a bounty hunter or a smuggler.
I'll see what I can find, but we probably need to find a terminal that's nearer to some actual
You would
Imperial
know
forces.
they're pretty cut off from most circuits for that kind of information.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Do
Yeah.
all ships entering and leaving enter and leave at the same point on the planet? Or, well, similar
No.
points?
There is
Like this-
ports throughout the planet.
Well, I know that. It's a massive city planet, but like for this like specific sector, is there a specific port that we had to enter into that we couldn't have not gone to?
If you guys want to go play with some Imperials, I might be able to get onto one of their computers, but it's a little risky just because of who it is that we're playing with.
For your answer, they could have actually entered at any port and then just took something like trains across them.
Yeah, fair.
That is a possibility. Or they could have entered at the same port you guys did for this general like section of the planet.
Fair.
Burn this planet the fuck down.
So, I think since it's 11:30, this is a good place. I shall call it and let you guys brainstorm until we do it again, until we meet up again.
And next week, there's a scheduling conflict, so we're not going to be doing this next week, right?
Let me see. What do I have here? Next day is the 7th. Yep, next week I won't make it. The 21st I'm available though. So 2 weekends.
Okay, so the week after this, we'll run this again. Right, hopefully.
All right.
Or is there something else in the way? Not that we know of right now?
I'm
Not
good.
for me, at least.
Okay.
I also have the 20th is also my session.
Mm-hmm.
Back to back there. And I should be good the 27th as well, that next Friday after. I'll have to wait till next week to see the 28th on that Saturday, though.
Well, those ones we don't have a record of, and I'm just saying this in case anybody's like, I wonder when the next one of these is going to come out through some strange magic.
I shall endeavor to keep the 21st open and clear.
Okay.
I am a nobody. Doesn't have anything to do, so I'm always free.
So there was session 1, ended in fucking failure. God damn
Fuck.
it.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Do we level up from the slaughter
Do we?
and creativity?
That's a good
I
fucking.
was gonna say no because you guys only made it to the bank, but you killed 100-ish guys indirectly, but still did it. So I'll give you
If
guys.
there
your
are
fifth
any
level.
bounties on any of those people, my people that are there can probably just say, "Hey, they're dead now."
you guys can get your level up for that.
Woo!
We also killed the big boys.
Yeah, that was part of it.
I'm going to be doing something with Destroyed Head.
I figured.
What color were those crystals?
That's a good question. Let
Hey.
me roll something for fun.
You don't have to make them a color. You can make them power crystals.
I could.
Let's let you do that, and then
I'll
we'll
put-
say goodbye.
2 clear, 1 yellow, and a purple.
Ooh.
That's why they were in storage.
Alrighty,
I had a thing I was gonna say and then I forgot it. All right, whatever.
gonna go ahead and sign off stream. Thanks everybody
Yeah,
for
you-
coming and hanging out. Hope to catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Stay tuned.
Have a good
for
one.
Colonel Sanders.
God.
Fucking shut up already. God damn it.